Hello, folks. Hello, everybody. It is AskPath13. Let me switch to full screen. We are live. We are ready for a day of Rocket League. One like we haven't seen in a long while. It is an off-season tournament, and there have been a few before this, but this is perhaps the biggest off-season tournament in Europe this off-season. So before RLCS comes back, we're not going to get another LAN. This is a tournament right now for a LAN in Paris. Today, there will be 4 teams playing for 2 spots at a LAN in Paris with, I believe, over 20,000 euros on the line. So there's a lot to play for here. We're going to get a good look at some new teams. So BDS has had some roster moves. I'm repping the BDS shirt like I have in the past, but we have got ourselves a day of Rocket League today. And it's going to be a fun one. Like I said, new tournament. One that I haven't seen in space before. It's called Flip and Spin. We got some familiar names here on the broadcast. Gregan, Johnny Boy, and Shogun. And we've got some familiar teams. So let me quickly go over the teams here. We got Vitality, Karmine Corp, Oxygen, Moist, Team BDS, Magnifico, which is an old cut. Some might remember this name. Orgless team. And then a couple pickup squads. And what we got today are mostly new rosters. So Team Vitality staying almost entirely the same, but they have Fairy Peak. And there was actually some matches yesterday. So Vitality has already moved on. In addition to that, we got Moist Esports that have also moved on. And their new look squad has Rezi and Oli joining Joyo. Completely new squad there. Another new squad was Archie, Ixo, and Oski. And this one is confirmed to be Oxygen's squad for next season. So this is their new squad. And unfortunately for them, they did lose to Moist Esports 4-2. But you know what? They put up a bit of a fight. And they have some time to develop in the offseason before we hit the next season. Let me see chat here. Welcome everybody. Well, we got Invincible, Ishan, Edwin, Igor. Welcome everybody. Welcome one and all. You're with Magnifico? Yeah, sure thing. I mean, Magnifico, I think that of all these, like, they're not even a close qualifier, but they came in later because Liquid withdrew. Of all the teams that weren't originally invited, they definitely have the best shot. I think Tox and Atomic, had already connected before, so it's not a completely new squad. And I think Stizzy is a great player, so I would not underestimate them at all. I think they have a better shot than these other pickup squads. So the difficulty is they are playing BDS. Now, the good thing about that is I think BDS may be an easier team to beat than Karmine Corp. Let's get into that. So the new look for BDS is Monkey Moon, Drawley, and Exotic. And it's an interesting roster. Obviously, keeping on Monkey Moon, not getting rid of, but Rise and Seiko have left for greener pastures. And it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. Now, I really highly rate Exotic. I think people underrate him, especially after how well Karmine Corp did. I mean, he won a major, so definitely shouldn't be underestimating Exotic. But Drawley is kind of the unknown. So people who may not know, Drawley, a Moroccan player that has lived in Canada in the past, played in North American servers for quite a long time. He's kind of an unknown. People have known he was going to go into the RLCS one day, but he had a lot of issues in not just his young age. He is now 16, but he couldn't play when he turned 15 because of travel issues. He was living in Morocco, and for whatever reason, Morocco is not a region you're allowed to play RLCS from. Now, you can be Moroccan and play RLCS. We've already had Itachi do that in the past, but you can't play RLCS from Morocco for whatever reason. So even though he had been living in Canada, and in fact, I believe he got signed by Kansas City Pioneers. He did. Drawley was signed by Kansas City Pioneers, kind of like a Zen situation where they tried to get him before he turned 15. Then Drawley moved away from Canada, so that was a kind of a bad play by Pioneers. They kind of lost out on their investment. Now, though, Drawley finally finds himself in an org, and it's Team BDS. World Championship caliber org. They've won one in the past. They just came off a grand final appearance in the World Championship. So big shoes to fill. Drawley. He's kind of the big unknown. I mean, he's got huge teammates. Monkey Moon, the legendary world champion, and Exotic, definitely not to be underrated. Like I said, a major champion in his own right, Exotic. And they still have Extra as a sub, although that may not remain. He's likely to move on. And Casio as their new coach. Casio's their coach. It's going to be fascinating. I think this is going to be a really interesting roster. And I don't know if I'm going to cheer them on come RLCS season, but today I am cheering them on. So hopefully BDS, I'm hoping they take down Magnifico. But if we've got Magnifico fans in the chat. I know Igor was saying it. So no worries at all. If you cheer them on, you're cheering them on. And I think it's going to be a close one. I think that of all the teams, I think it's better for Magnifico to be playing BDS. I think Karmine Corp is going to be a better look. And let's talk about them now. So Karmine Corp are rocking with Vatira, Rise, and Nolly. Farah is a new coach, and that is a fascinating squad. Now, the interesting thing, Vatira and Farah are the only ones signed right now. So Nolly and Rise are not officially signed to Karmine Corp. They're just playing in this tournament. But the rumor is Rise is permanent on this roster. So it is going to be Rise, Vatira, and Oski, I do believe. However, Oski couldn't sign up in time for this tournament, so they're filling in with Nolly. Even with Nolly, I do expect them to beat their opponent. Their opponent today is Mediterranean Boys, which is Raziers, Louis P, and Sizen. And I do think they'll take it home. I think they'll be able to beat Mediterranean Boys. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But that said, you can't underestimate this squad. I mean, Raziers has been known ever since Gamers 8 last season, so almost a year ago, that he is a beast not to be reckoned with, especially when you pair him up with Size and Louis P. Louis P, probably the most unknown player. Maybe you haven't heard of him, but he has been around the RLCS since at least Season X, and he's made quite a few RLCS events. So let's look at his history real quickly here. He's played for a lot of orgs. I see Navi. He was on the short-lived Navi roster. Made a lot of RLCS events. I think most notably, he got a top 6 very recently for Guild. So certainly not a terrible player by any means. I think this is not a squad to be underestimated. They made it through a close qualifier, beating another few top teams. So certainly not to be underestimated. That said, we do have our favorites, BDS and Karmine Corp, and I think it's fair to say that they should advance. Now, I'm not going to be listening into this pre-match broadcast, but it really is fascinating that they have Gregan, Shogun, Johnny Boy. I really like the casting selection there. And I also really like that they brought them in person to, because this is a LAN, by the way, in Paris. But the LAN doesn't start until next weekend. So they actually brought the casters in for this playoff portion of the event that's online. And I like that decision. I like that they're on studio. Really great. It's also on Johnny Boy's channel, the English stream. There is a French stream because this is like a sort of French and English event, which I also really like that they kind of a dual language setup where they have a main broadcast in French and English. Very nice. And you know, it's no surprise that French Vitality made it on to the next round. So I'll quickly skip to the finals here. If you want to see what the bracket will be, it's literally just going to be a single elim 4-team bracket. Moist will be playing Vitality, so that's going to be really interesting to see. Can Joyo pull Oli and Rezi to a victory against the dominating Vitality? Or will Vitality remain on top? Even with the new coach, with a coach like Fairy Peak, I'm expecting Vitality to do quite well in this event. So I would not be surprised to see them take down Moist and make it to the grand final. On the other side of the bracket, it is expected to be Karmine Corp versus BDS, and I would say Karmine Corp are likely to face Vitality in the finals. But you can never count anything out. And speaking of counting anything out, somehow Top Cougars managed to take a game off Vitality, which is a big surprise to me. And the last game in that series also went to overtime. So Top Cougars, which consisted of Relating Wave, Toxic, and Acro, they played quite well. And I think Relating Wave, I would have expected him to find a better roster, but if those are the players he ends up playing with in the upcoming RLCS season, I still expect him to be making RLCS events with them, just not majors. I wouldn't expect majors at that rate. Welcome, Stormy Teacup. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I know you've been trying to get one, Stormy Teacup, so that's awesome. BDS, Magnifico, bad one. So yeah, it is going to be BDS, Magnifico. I expect this to be Game 6 or Game 7. I don't think BDS is going to be able to put it away all that easily. I think Magnifico are going to have some, good rotations, and I think it's fair to say, I mean, Atomic and Tox, they were on G1 together, unless I'm not mistaken. So, let me verify this. At some point, I could have swore they played together. Maybe not the most recent iteration. I guess not the most recent iteration, but I do believe they played together in the past. So, it's going to be an interesting one. Maybe on Luminosity. Maybe on Luminosity they played together. I believe they did. Let's check it. Yes, it was Tox and Atomic on Luminosity. I was correct. So they have some history, and I think Magnifico is a good rate. I think they're a good rate. I do, like I said, I'm going to be rooting on BDS, but I think Magnifico have a much greater chance of beating BDS than the other way around. I think Karmine Corp are very high to beat Mediterranean Boys. So yeah, I'd say I'd be shocked if Mediterranean Boys pulled it out, but it's also not impossible. I think Raziers can put a team on his back, and Sizen, we all know how good he is. He just got replaced by the best in the game. I mean, it's hard to compete with Zen, and so Sizen got replaced. But he is no slouch, and I was actually surprised Sizen didn't find a better roster. Not to cut down Louis P or Raziers, but I was definitely surprised he didn't find a somewhat better roster. I'm going to keep bouncing back and forth here. The broadcast is obviously live. I'm not going to be listening to the pre-show segment, but it's on Johnny Boy's stream if you want to listen to that as well. I'd appreciate it if you stick around here. But, you know, I know they're talking about the upcoming matches themselves, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be any minute now. We got about 3 minutes till official kickoff. So let's keep this up, and I'll kind of talk through. I mean, they got Razier's stats up right now. I'm assuming from the closed qualifier, because they did play in the closed qualifier, and he's definitely going to be the standout player. I would not be surprised if he is the one that kind of propels his team forward. I don't think it'll be enough though for Karmine Corp. I'm just not sure. Let's interact with chat though. So who are you guys rooting for? Who are you? And I'm going to start a pregame poll actually. Who will win? Who will win the first series? Is it Team BDS or is it Magnifico? Starting up the poll, let me know who you think is going to take home the first series. It really could go either way. Silas said they're going to win Magnifico. I mean, I think BDS is better, but you got to remember, I think one of the huge factors is a team that's never played as a trio. And neither of these teams, to my knowledge, have played as a trio. But that's the thing. I think on the side of Magnifico, they have more experience together. Monkey Moon has never played with Exotic before in a RLCS type environment. On the other hand, and no one, Drawley hasn't played with anybody in an RLCS environment. Drawley is the biggest unknown. So that's kind of why I'm rating Magnifico, is all three players are proven in an RLCS environment. Drawley, we all know how good he is, or at least how good he should be. But it's a different beast when you step into these pro matches, and I think Drawley's going to really have to prove himself against a nice Magnifico squad here. I am surprised so many of you are picking Magnifico. I still think you would favor BDS, but speaking of Magnifico, or no, yeah, Louis P's on the other squad. Louis P, they got his stats up, and I think he is going to be an interesting one. He's kind of the biggest unknown when Mediterranean boys are playing Karmine Corp. So I think Louis P, if he can step it up and really prove, because he hasn't proved, he got that top six on Guild just this season, but that's his best RLCS performance. He's never gotten better than top 6. And I think he has a lot to prove. I think this is the best teammates potentially he's ever had. And let's examine that again. Not to get distracted, but when he played on Guild, his teammates were a Crow and Stake. And right now, on Flip and Spin, his teammates are, Raziers and Sizen. I believe this is the best roster Louis P has ever played with. And I think that if Mediterranean boys are going to take down Karmine Corp, that may be Louis P putting a stamp and saying, I deserve to be at the highest level of RLCS. And this is his moment. Maybe this is his moment. Maybe it's a breakaway moment. This squad, I don't believe they're locked in for RLCS. So if any of these three players, Sizen, Louis P, or Raziers, have a standout performance, that might get them tryouts. I mean, rosters aren't locked yet. There are a lot of teams that are looking to make some moves. And you could see, I think Louis P, I wasn't mentioning it, but I want to just give him his moment here. I think he's probably, of all these players on all these teams, he's the player that has the most to prove here. Stizzy, another one, although Stizzy had some great runs recently. I mean, let's look at it here. Multiple, with AO Geary and then Monaco, had a lot of great performances, multiple top 8s. Yeah, I feel fair saying I think Louis P has the most to prove. Sorry, just checking the stream, make sure we're not missing it. And I'll be fascinating to see if he can prove it. Now, let's get back to the vote here. Magnifico, 75%. There's a lot of votes. You guys are rocking. You are feeling it. You all believe in Magnifico, and I'm not surprised. I don't think they'll win, but I do think that they have everything it takes to win. I think they have the potential to win for sure. Probably the highlight player is going to be Atomic, and let's talk about Atomic. Everybody knows Atomic. He has been around the scene for how long? Since 2019, and oh boy, has he proven himself. RLCS X, probably most notable time, on that original Queso roster. So before the Queso that won majors with Vatira, Rise, and Joyo, there was the OG Queso. It was Atomic. Let me remember his teammates. Atomic, Demensa, and VK Salin. And oh boy, did they show off. They got top 4 at the championship. So at the end of the season, they proved they were a top 4 squad. And they won a regional along the way. I believe, maybe not multiple, but they won at least one regional, got themselves a top 2 as well. And Atomic was a huge part of that roster. And he's stuck around the top of the scene ever since. I know G1 had a pretty bad Worlds, but I don't think that's Atomic's fault. I think Atomic is definitely the player to look out for on Magnifico. And if they win, I expect him to be a huge part of that, to be the difference maker for Magnifico and put them over the top of BDS. On the other hand, Monkey Moon can carry anybody, especially some top quality teammates like Exotic and Drawley. But Drawley is that question mark. And I do want to highlight, we've had one Moroccan that couldn't play because they lived in Morocco before, Itachi, and we all know how his story is turning out. So this might be another Itachi story. I mean, Drawley could be that next big guy, make it all the way to the top. And I mean, you could argue he has by getting signed by such a big org. I mean, this isn't like an unknown BDS like in the past from RLCSX coming in signing an upstart squad from RLRS. Those days are behind them. BDS is at the top of the RLCS, and they have been here to stay. They won 2 world championships ago. They got top 2 at the last one. They made the grand final. So I mean, BDS is signing world championship quality rosters, and they continue, I'm sure that's what their goal is, to continue to sign world quality rosters. So if they're signing Drawley, I think that's a great sign for him. Welcome, Fresh ERL, welcome. So everyone that's any new viewers, we are watching Flip and Spin. It is it's a European tournament. It's going to be a LAN in Paris. Today is not the LAN portion though. Today is basically the qualifier for the LAN. And we have 2 matches today, and we're going to be spectating them both. First up is going to be BDS versus Magnifico, and let me show the players here. This is the new look BDS, Monkey Moon, Drawley, Exotic. I'm highlighting Drawley. He's a pretty unknown player. He's been at the top of the leaderboards in North America and Europe, but now he has a lot to prove it in RLCS level competition. Magnifico, kind of like the upstart squad. Atomic, everyone knows his name. He's played with Tox before. Stizzy, another top tier player. All these players have made multiple top 8s at the RLCS, but they have a lot to prove, I think, and beating BDS would certainly show that. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun day of Rocket League. Like I said, the matches are about to be started any minute now, but I'm just waiting around. And you know what? Let's throw the stream up. Let's throw the stream up, and we'll just wait a moment here for it to start. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited to see who can, take home the victory here. And I think, 64% of you voting Magnifico, but I think it has to be BDS. I mean, let me know your thoughts on Drawley. I do think Drawley is going to be, interesting. Welcome, Billas. Welcome, Billas. Of course, the stream is early enough so you can watch, and it's not show matches, which you want to play in. Oh, I'm sorry, Billas. Today we are watching a pro event. This is an off-season tournament featuring RLCS level squads. New look BDS. I have him in my thumbnail, so you probably clicked it. Monkey Moon's got some new teammates on BDS. He is playing with, I've already lost my train of thought, Drawley and Exotic. Exotic, a proven contender, winner of the Winter Major last season. And you know what? Here we got an interview with Monkey Moon. So let me throw this up. Win or lose, they're always going to experience. And you know what? I think that's a great point. BDS today, their goal isn't to win. Although obviously they're trying to win. The goal is to get experience. Drawley is the most inexperienced player on the pitch today. And I think it's going to be huge to play at a tournament like this. And making the LAN would be massive. I think people underestimate how much a LAN environment changes the game for pros. And if they win today, they'll make it to a LAN, and that is massive practice for RLCS to go to a LAN environment under the BDS banner. I think it'll be massive for this team. And he gets to play at a LAN in France. Yeah, I think Monkey Moon's gonna love to play at a LAN in France, a big LAN. Huge crowd. Yeah, he's excited. He's excited. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun day today. And now, full disclosure, I'm not going to be able to watch party the finale of the event, the LAN. That is next Saturday. So a week from today will be the LAN in Paris. A week from today, I won't be able to watch it live on stream, but you can by checking out Johnny Boy's stream here or the stream in French. There is a French stream. Welcome, SusRL. Welcome to the chat. We also got... yeah, a lot of Magnifico fans. Still 60% of 15 votes. Oh, we've got an ad? Let's stop watching that. It's going to be a fun event, guys. It's going to be a fun event. Let me close my... But so, let me know your thoughts. I know we already got 60% of you voting Magnifico, but I have to imagine the next one. Let me know your thoughts on Karmine Corp versus Mediterranean Boys. I think that's going to be very different. I imagine most of you would be voting Karmine Corp. I'm not going to do a poll yet, but let me know your thoughts in the chat. I'm assuming I'm going to be right there, but it'll be interesting to see. Still an ad break. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Drawley definitely is the biggest unknown. So for anyone that isn't aware, this is a 16-year-old pro that has quite a few nationalities this year because he's a Moroccan player from Morocco, but he lived a lot of his life in French-speaking Canada. So he lived, I believe, in like Quebec or somewhere in Canada where they speak French, and he also has some French heritage as well. And now he's on a French-speaking roster in BDS, and it's kind of fascinating. He was originally slated to play in North American RLCS before his family moved back to Europe, back to Morocco. Sorry, apologies, Morocco. And then he couldn't play in RLCS, so it's going to be fascinating to see now that he's finally breaking into the top tier, where really is he at? He isn't quite a Zen level, but I imagine BDS will still be making majors. Magnifico, I don't think they will. But of all the tournaments to beat BDS, this would definitely be the one. This would definitely be the one. It's the earliest. How long is this ad break? Do I have to watch the ad or it won't keep going? I think it keeps going. Anyway. Good to see you, Stormy Teacup, as well. I appreciate you being here. KCorp winning easy? Yeah, I think they will. I feel pretty confident. I mean, Razier's, Size, and Louis P. is not a bad team. Not a bad team at all. And that's a team that will be making RLCS regionals, maybe even making top 8s. But making majors, I don't think so. On the other side, even with Nale, I think this is a Karmine Corp squad that would be making majors. So I feel pretty confident. Magnifico should have swept BDS. KCorp series is acceptable. I don't think they're going to sweep BDS. I mean, I said it could go all the way to Game 7, and it really could. It really could go all the way to Game 7. I would not be too surprised. Here we go. The ad break's pretty much over. Well, wait. When are they starting? Now I'm confused. Are they starting at 20? Isn't 20 UTC now? I don't know. Anyway. Guess they got a lot of viewers. They got a lot of viewers. Oh, yeah. They're live. They're live.
Into the third overall quarterfinal of the Flip and Spin.
They've got some music, so I can't listen in, folks. But... you know, if you want to listen to them cast, you can always, it's hard to listen to me and them, but you know, you're always welcome to try. Or hopefully you would stick around, but it's alright if you want to listen to them as well. It's going to be a fun tournament. I think it's going to be fun. 60%, I'm going to end the poll when the match gets started, but a lot of people cheered on Magnifico. And like I said, I rate it. I rate Magnifico. I think they're an RLCS, a top tier RLCS squad. Maybe not as top tier as BDS, but I think whether or not Drawley is at that level is still an open question. So, certainly going to be a fun one. Certainly going to be a fun one. As Sean says, I'll be honest for a sec. If either of the matches go past Game 5 with BDS and KCorp winning, it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment. Oh, you mean because you would want the underdog to win? Well, I get you, Sean. I get you. But I don't think it's an LT. Yeah, I mean... I get, if that's what you mean, I get what you're saying. I don't think it's that crazy. I prefer to have longer matches, and I think the favorites are still favorites win. Here we go, though. First match of the day, Magnifico versus BDS. Let me turn on the music, and we got an early score from Magnifico. Magnifico, wow, they are right. They are right in the driver's seat here with an early goal. An early goal. And that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Oh, we've got a tech pause. Maybe that is why. Maybe that is why Magnifico scored. That's an interesting one. A tech pause at the earliest moment. I'm curious about why, but I figure it's probably to do with somebody disconnecting or something. So the goal might be, I think the goal will be taken back. They better be an RLCS squad if they're in this tournament. Well, for the record, Sean, I mean, they are, but they definitely are. But I get what you mean. If I was saying that they are RLCS, I mean, when I say RLCS, I mean making every regional, because there are quite a few RLCS teams in today's landscape that struggled through the closed qualifiers. And here we go back into the match. And let's see, it was taken away. So the goal is taken away, so we're starting back at 0-all. And BDS, now I don't expect them to concede that early. So I do figure that was probably due to the disconnect. Well, let's see how this game progresses here. Magnifico certainly not to be underestimated. And I'm going to have to move my camera so you can see this really cool player name thingamabob. Here we are. We'll do this.
Really seemed like it peaked during the online era that we had, and unfortunately, when you're in the online era, not
one moment.
really carried through for overall clout.
This is gonna be a fun match. So, no score yet. No score just quite yet.
Don't really give many reasons for Exotic to be moving in.
You have to figure.
More Exotic.
Oh, I have some black bars on the side. That's all right. You have to figure that Magnifico are going to be upset potentially that goal got taken away. But if it was a technical, issue, then it had to be taken away. I don't see any other way you could run that. Kind of unfortunate for the side of Magnifico, though. Someone was sitting in the BDS net. That's why they scored. I guess, yeah, it was definitely an AFK. Definitely an AFK. Typical 2.0, for sure, for sure. Invincible, I mean, I might just I just do that natural. I'm trying to watch party, but it happens. It happens.
He said, chance to prove he can do it with Overtira. Although he's got monkey.
Let's see here. I'm gonna cut the audio a bit lower.
Got a tough team to play with.
I'm not entirely sure who this favors to go scoreless early. Probably Magnifico. I think the longer that both teams go without scoring, the more confident Magnifico is gonna get. You have to imagine it's going to help them out. Let me know what you guys think about the way they're doing their stream, their broadcast. They have these cartoonish characters for each player represented by a character here. Stizzy's guy got some kind of pole in his hands. I'm not quite sure if that's a weapon, atomic actually. Maybe it's a character per team. I don't really know. Either way, though, Monkey Moon's got a breakaway, but no! Saved by Atomic, and that was a close one. That surely was a chance for BDS to really cement themselves early in the series. Now they're halfway through the game and they're really just fighting from an even position. I think I'd have expected them to score by now. Let's start looking at Drawling in particular. I think this is going to be a really good look to see how he plays in this team environment. Here we go, Exotic, an opportunity, and what was that from the team? I mean, good job, Exotic, to get that goal, but that just felt like a whiff from Magnifico. I mean, Atomic, what you doing? Atomic jumps at it, and the ball goes right by him, and BDS have the lead here. They have the lead pretty early. The batteries to boost is horrendous. Yeah, it's certainly not the easiest thing to see when it takes up a lot of screen for what it's telling you. And I think that's one of the concerns people have with score bugs in general, is, you don't want to take up too large a percentage of the screen. I see this in any sport, including real life sports. When you're taking up too much of the screen, the view of the game is obscured. And that boost meter, although it's not massive, it could be obscuring some of the screen there that people might prefer it not to be. I do like that there's a speed. We get to see their speed in kilometers per hour. Drawley, I was saying his name, and he gets himself the second goal for BDS. Let's watch this replay. Yeah, Monkey Moon misses Stizzy. I mean, it is pretty much an open net because Stizzy had to pre-jump, but still, that's nice, solid gameplay from Drawley. Exactly what you want from him. He has the star caliber teammates. He doesn't need to be the star on BDS. That's Monkey Moon's job. That's also Exotic's job. I think Drawley is just there to be that super mechanical solid third, and that's exactly what he was doing in that moment. I think Monkey Moon's got the best rotations on the planet, and I think all Drawley has to do is just play to those rotations, and his team's gonna win. He has if you're going to debut in RLCS, what better teammates than Monkey Moon and Exotic? And I know there are, literally a better duo of teammates, but that's pretty much the best you could ask for as an unknown quantity in the RLCS. I don't think you could ask better. Here we go. Stormy Teacup likes the overlay. I see it, yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely, you know, there's nothing wrong with liking it. I think what I like is that it's they tried something different. I don't like a lot of the sameness. If you're going to have your own unique off-season tournament, this is the perfect time to have your own unique overlay. So I really do like that they got themselves a unique overlay. Pat loves Monkey Moon too much. I mean, I've told you guys I'm more of a Seiko fan. I don't think it's a mistake to call Monkey Moon one of the best players in the world still. They literally just got a grand final appearance. And they've had their ups and downs, but Monkey Moon, he always gets back up. Whenever he falls down, he gets back up. And I expect that to continue with the new roster. That said, I think some other players, like maybe Vatira, have a better standpoint to come back from. Here we go, though. BDS, they're going to take game 1. Magnifico, they may have got 50% of the chat vote. When did so many people change up? I'm going to end the poll. They got 50% of the chat vote, but they do drop game 1. I think they can make a series of it, but they're going to have to correct some mistakes. They're going to have to correct some mistakes and really kind of change up their game. Make it work for their rotations. Make it work for their rotations. There we go, though. Monkey Moon dominating the scoreboard pretty much as expected. Not surprised at all. But you know what's interesting, folks, is I don't think this is going to be a sweep. I think I'm still feeling a long series. I think it's going to be extended. Agor, great question. Seiko is rumored, but not officially yet, rumored to be joining a team called Gentlemates with Itachi and I forget who their third is. But I know Itachi and Seiko are rumored to be linking up with an org called Gentlemates. It's a French org in other esports that's going to enter Rocket League. That's the rumor. So I might be a fan of Gentlemates next season. I might be a fan of Karmine Corp. I'm not really certain. I'm not going to automatically follow one of the BDS players, but it's looking like I'm going to follow Seiko or Rise somewhere. They got 5 votes after the series started. Yeah, after they scored goals. Yeah. I should have stopped. I meant to stop it. And speaking of BDS scoring goals, Monkey Moon gets himself another goal here. Nicely done from Monkey Moon. 99 kilometers an hour. Drawley with the pass. That's a great start. That's a great start. And you know, I'm really fascinated to see if they can change things around. I think Magnifico, it's early, but they already need to make a change. I think it's fair to say that they've got to switch up their rotations. Catch BDS out. Do something different. Make them react to you instead of constantly being the one on the back foot. Because for now, that's what they are. They're on the back foot, are Magnifico. And I know they have the talent to turn it around, but at the same time, they are going to lose the talent battle. It can't be about individual talent. They've got to make it about team play, about rotations. And the moment they kind of make this into more of a team, beat us, don't make us beat ourselves type game, that's where I think Magnifico will thrive. I think they're going to thrive when they force BDS to really beat them as a squad. Let's see what they can do. Talks now to pass Dizzy. The nice passing play, they're definitely going to, I think we have to look to some passing plays. One of the things that I think people don't talk about a lot with Monkey Moon is his defense. One of the best defenders in the league, I think, for certain. And when you add in a player like Exotic, it's going to be a Loctite defense. And Magnifico, right now, they're getting shut out. And I don't think they're going to remain shut out, but they have to make a change to cut out the shutout. And I think the way they do that is getting some passing plays going. Here we go. And Johnny Boy brings up a good point. Confidence is key here. I think Drawley, he may be, not tilt's not the right word, but he might be easy to shake his confidence. He is new to this sort of experience. He's not been in a high-level tournament like this before, and I think Drawley's going to be the one you have to look at and say, we need to rock this guy. We need him to lose his confidence, and then maybe that can be what puts Magnifico back into this series, back into this game even. They're only down a goal, and they really need to shake the confidence of BDS. There we go, Atomic, nicely done. And you know what? This could be exactly what they needed. They beat Monkey Moon. Drawley made a mistake, and that's actually exactly what you wanted. I don't even think it was a forced mistake. I think Drawley just jumped too early, and that's exactly what you're looking for to make it change around. Welcome Chiron to the chat. Welcome Wyatt. This is Flip and Spin. This is it is Psyonix sanctions. I don't know if it's officially partnered with Psyonix, but it is just an off-season tournament. It is an off-season tournament, and it definitely is sanctioned by Psyonix. I don't think it's funded by them. But it's going to be a fun one because he still has all these top teams. BDS, a new look BDS with Drawley and Exotic, their new roster for next season. And, you know, BDS... Magnifico, they're going to have to keep those shots out. I mean, you know BDS are going to get those good shots, get those hard, difficult looks. And Magnifico, not only are they going to have to score against what's looked to be very strong defense, they're going to have a strong defense of their own. Keep them out. Keep them locked away. We got Invincible cheering on Magnifico. Nicely done. W says Goran. For Magnifico, it was a W, but now with a minute 40 to go, they've got to get more. They can't win with this scoreboard. They've got to get another goal. Meanwhile, they've got to keep it out of their net. That was a dangerous look from Drawley, but he missed. And, you know, that may be the confidence I was talking about. I mean, does Drawley hit that if they're in the lead? And maybe he does. Here we go, though. That, you know, he is looking very confident. I take it back. I mean, he doesn't look shaken at all going for plays like that. And yeah, he missed it, but he bought his team a lot of time and managed to get all the way back on the other end. Stizzy, a necessary touch. It's a pass to Atomic. Now it's a shot down the other way, but Monkey Moon always there. And you know, we talked about defense. Monkey Moon is going to be the cornerstone of this BDS squad on both sides of the pitch. I think he's going to be their offensive powerhouse and their defensive wall. And I think Monkey Moon, everything will run through him. You know, speaking of that, nearly a BDS play through their other two teammates, but Monkey Moon overcommitted, the rare triple commit from this BDS side. And they're going to be lucky that one didn't go in. Now 40 seconds left. We're right back to an even field. That's a 50 from Stizzy. Can Atomic follow up? It looks like no. Monkey Moon, he's going to get a pass downfield. And BDS, they're going to look like they might get the last laugh here. Especially if Exotic gets a dunk, but not quite. Tox puts it over him. Monkey Moon, oh, that's a mistake. A rare one from him. And now we're going to get a chance here from Magnifico. But what is that? Drawley, an excellent 50-50. 10 seconds to go. Either team can win. A nice touch from Monkey Moon. It's open for his teammates. It's still there. Drawley. A whip from Drawley at the worst opportune moment. But here we go. Now it's a chance from Atomic. Atomic shot on net. Monkey Moon! Oh! Off the crossbar. Unbelievable. Monkey Moon couldn't get back. But they're going to thank their lucky stars. That didn't go in. Magnifico. Oh boy. They're going to be upset about that one. Nearly got themselves a goal. Now Monkey Moon the other way. We have our first overtime of the day. First overtime of the series. And Magnifico are putting on a show, but they have to finish the job. If they can't get the shooting percentage up, they are not going to win. That's a bit of a mistake. It's an open net for Stizzy is there. Staunch on the goal line. Magnifico, they don't want this series to be a sweep. They don't want this game to be over. They've got themselves on the other side now. Tox, a chance from the ceiling. Dunking it's in. Tox with the double tap off the ceiling or floor. What's it called? A bounce shot, I should say. Yeah, bounce double. What a touch from Tox. And Magnifico are going to make a game of it. They're going to make a series of it, folks. We've got a game on our hands. We have got a game on our hands.
Magnifico played a lot better in game number 2.
Whew. Well, it's not Psyonix sponsored. It's Psyonix. Is it Psyonix sponsored? I just thought it's approved by them. It's part of the series of off-season tournaments. Oh no, it is. It is. Yeah, it's sponsored by Psyonix. I take it back. They have another sponsor though, which makes sense. All right, so it is Psyonix sponsored. Whew. What a game, folks! They're making a game of it. I can't believe we lost viewers on the best game of the series, and we're dropping people. But folks, that was a highlight game. I mean, that was a fun one. The haters are gone, I guess. I don't know. You know, BDS isn't out of it though. BDS is not out of it. Not out of it in the slightest. I'm gonna change the volume up. I think we'll make it a bit quieter because I'm gonna get loud. Whoops. There we go. A bit quieter, but this will be better for when I get very loud. Maybe even a bit more. Maybe that's too much. No, this is good. This is good. Here we go. All right, here we go. Game 3 could go either way. I'm not really certain. We got Wyatt in the chat. Oh, you're packing to order a ton of stuff on Amazon. Or are you moving or something? Sounds fun, Wyatt. Or, well, fun. Sounds good. Probably not fun, the act of moving, but, you know, the result is fun. Here we go, Atomic, that's an early lead. The first lead of the series for Magnifico that wasn't a game winner in overtime. They finally start off strong, and you know what? Monkey Moon, that was a really good chance for a squishy save, but he couldn't finish the job. Monkey Moon was left in a bad spot there. That was definitely a like 3v1 scenario. I don't quite know what happened with his teammates, but Exotic with the musty says, "Oh no, I am not letting this go the way of you know, a stop on the side of Magnifico." He gets that right out the window and he says, "No, we're tying this game right back. Excuse me, right back up." Nicely played from Exotic. Freshie in the chat calling Exotic daddy. And you know, Exotic, I do think that he is, you know, I don't know if he's necessarily the best player in BDS. I think most people would call that Monkey Moon. But I think Exotic was better than people gave him credit for on Karmine Corp. And I think he's going to prove that this season on BDS. And prove why when you still give him a top tier teammate like Monkey Moon and potentially Drawley, that he's still going to be making these lands, maybe winning them, but Stizzy, he's going to shut me up and say, no, we might be taking this series. He's got goal 2 for Magnifico. And what was this? Just a brilliant pass from Talk, just wide open off the pass. I mean, looked as simple as you like. I'm not quite sure how BDS let that one be so wide open. But Magnifico take advantage. They take advantage.
That was very weird.
Speaking of taking advantage, they're still on the offense. They're not done. They're not letting up. Atomic, now he's got an opportunity. Exotic, oh, a whiff from Exotic. I compliment him, and then he starts whiffing. And then a double commit. BDS, they're looking the weakest I've seen them all series. I mean, what was that? It followed up a whiff from Exotic with a double commit from the other two teammates. It's not looking positive right now. They're not just losing, you know, by a goal. It really does look like they're not playing up to the level of their opponents. But, of course, the moment I talk down about BDS, they tie it right back up. Monkey Moon, he gets this one in, and it's off of a brilliant 50 from Drawley. Yeah, I mean, that one's all on Drawley. I mean, and it was a nice shot from Monkey Moon, but Drawley got the perfect pinch pass to Monkey Moon, and that ties this game up. I think that's more of a error in the rotations on Magnifico. When you have a lead, even if it's just a goal, you really got to get your rotations settled so you're not leaving open nets like that. But there we go. Nearly an opportunity for Magnifico. Their defense, I still don't think it's been necessarily the greatest, but they have really kind of unlocked their offense in the last couple of games. They're suddenly looking much better compared to game 1. And I really think this is a Magnifico that could totally take home the series. And of course, I mean, they're tied in games. They're tied in this game 3. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how they take it. Could go either way. We've gained a subscriber. Thank you to whoever subscribed. We are at 488. The goal today is 490. We're just a couple subs away. So if you're a new viewer and you're enjoying this RL Esports content, I make stuff like this. I watch party stuff like this all the time. So please do consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It helps you get notified when I go live in the future. Here we go, though. Tie game 2 minutes ago. Under half the game now. And Magnifico have not let up. They have been a relentless offense. And yet again, oh, I was about to say they keep it on the side. But actually, that's finally a break for BDS. But it goes right back the other way. It's a pass from Atomic. Monkey Moon is there. But will it be enough? It just barely is. But Magnifico, this is relentless. This truly is the longest string of offense I think they've had. And of course, it's going to end with a counterattack goal. All the offense in the world won't matter if you can't get the finishing touch. Magnifico take too long, and Monkey Moon pounces. Drawley to Monkey Moon, again the connection. I was saying, is Drawley going to step up? Is he going to be this guy for BDS? And so far, he has. He has stepped it up, been passing to Monkey Moon at a pretty high rate. And I think that's exactly kind of what you want to see him do. I was mentioning it. I mean, he just has to be the support for these two players. I think that midfield presence is going to really shine. I think that's where Drawley can shine. Because he has two of the strongest players in the game by his side, Exotic and Monkey Moon. And all he has to do is really just enable them to be successful, and this team, BDS, will be successful. For certain, all he's got to do is enable that success. On the defensive end, though, that's definitely been their biggest problem, I think, is on the defense. Another opportunity there where it was a double commit with Drawley and Exotic, and yeah, they're keeping the balls out, but the more risks you take on defense, the more likely a goal is to go in. And that's where BDS have looked the weakest, for certain, is on that defensive end. Drawley kind of making my point with another open net left for Magnifico. We've got a tie game with about a minute to go. Magnifico, do not stop. This offense, it seems inevitable. It seems inevitable every time they march down the field. It feels like they're going to score another goal. And it hasn't been every time. We have seen the saves from BDS. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, if you take every 1 out of every 3 or 4 shots for Magnifico, it's going in. It is going in. They are getting the pressure and they are getting the goals. 3 now, the highest they have scored in a single game. BDS, they may have 3 goals themselves, but this is looking dicey. It's looking dicey as Tox rushes in for a shot. Thankfully for BDS, they do get the save there. But again, it's going to be more pressure from Magnifico. And this game is looking the sketchiest of all, perhaps, besides the overtime they lost. Magnifico, they're not looking like they're going to stop. Stizzy nearly puts an exclamation point. Instead, it is another BDS stop, but they haven't broken free. Now, we have seen them get a counterattack goal before. All they need is a few moments on the other side of the pitch. 10 seconds, perhaps, and they can score a goal. Here we go. Final 5 now. And it's suddenly the other way. Drawley forced to make a save, and he does. But it's dangerous. Pinch down the end. It's still up. Atomic, what's he got? Nothing. And we see overtime in Game 3. A second overtime in this, so far, exciting series. Let's see which way goes Stizzy. Maybe a chance on the kickoff. And you know, that's actually really bad for BDS. I think they have been on defense so much that to see them be on defense again off the kickoff, it's just like, when can they catch a break? I think Magnifico have the better offense, but you know, another counterattack, another pass from Drawley, and another goal from Monkey Moon. That's 3 for Monkey Moon, a hat trick, and he gets himself the overtime winner for BDS. Repping the BDS shirt, and BDS is showing up. It's been a fight. It's been a battle. But BDS are on top for now. Up 2 games to 1. We've got a lot of series left to play, though. Magnifico, they got themselves a chance here. It's looking like their offense has BDS, you know, they have BDS's number, but on the other side, BDS has their number too. I think both these teams, if you were looking to make a change for the next game, it's to tighten up the defensive rotation and stop the double commits. We've seen it on both sides. Double committing on saves, double committing on defense. Changing that up, you know, conserving the boost when it matters most is going to be what Magnifico needs to do to really challenge BDS to put it to BDS and not just score the goals, but keep it out. Because if they keep scoring at this rate, but they tighten up on defense, they totally could take home this series. We had a very split fan vote, 50-50 both ways. And I think that's what's going to see the success. It's definitely going to be that defensive stand, that strong mentality on the side of BDS. It's so easy. Why we're having overtime? Yeah, it's not been easy, Freshie. It's okay. I don't think anyone's being toxic, but yeah, Freshie, BDS on top. You love to see it, but if you're a Magnifico fan, you hate to see it. And I was just talking through exactly what I think they have to do. Exactly what they have to do to make a difference. When BDS, we talk when BDS score, when Magnifico score, quiet. No, I mean, no one's being quiet. I mean, you guys have been a pretty active chat. I think definitely Magnifico seem to have more support in chat. I'm surprised there's not more BDS support. But that said, we've got ourselves, I think BDS can take it home. I think, especially with the lead here, I think you favor BDS going into the rest of the series. The sketchiest part of all this is Magnifico have unlocked on offense. I think it would be a discredit if I didn't mention it. Atomic, he is on fire right now. Magnifico have their offense. They have it figured out. They have BDS figured out. But at the same time, BDS have them figured out. Like I said, it's going to be the defense is going to be the difference maker here. Who can step strong? Who can be the better on the defensive end? Who can get their team to win here? Will Magnifico tie up the series, or do BDS send us to match point? Let's find out.
Relatively equal
Fox. Ooh, a dicey save, but he gets it done. Oh, it's another chance, and it is! Exotic gets the goal, forcing an own goal out from the other team because it was rushing towards the net. Another pass from Drawley. I mean, Drawley here. Oh, wow, yeah, that was his touch. Exotic kind of goal stole, not stole, but tapped it in. And Drawley, I was saying it from the get-go. BDS were going to live or die on if Drawley stood up and really lived up to the expectations. And oh boy, is Drawley living up to the expectations. He is here, and he is showing exactly why they picked him up, despite being pretty unproven. And it's this passing, it's this midfield presence. BDS has a really solid squad on both ends of the field, but I think what they really needed was an enabler. They needed that guy that's going to be at the midfield, going to be making these passes, and that's exactly what Drawley's been. He has been an assist machine for BDS. And if that continues, I definitely see BDS winning this series. They're already up in a game. And I think, you know, we said it before, but one of the things Magnifico could probably do, and not necessarily that it's easy, but if they shake Drawley's confidence, if they get him off his game, that could be the difference maker. And maybe it's goals like this from Stizzy that will enable that to be a reality. Stizzy here, off the whiff from Exotic. I think this was just a simple miss from Exotic. Drawley also not making contact. And, you know, again, it's all about shutting down Drawley, shutting down BDS. And really on the defensive end. That offense, we've seen that for Magnifico. We know they have that in the tank. And they continue to pile on the goals. They're going to have to get a stop on the defensive end, though. They're going to have to get a lead. And they've had a lead before, but they haven't held a lead. They've only won in overtime. They've never really held a lead. So I want Magnifico to score the next goal here and just stand strong on defense. That's what we need to see from them if they're going to win a game here. And with 3 minutes, there is enough time to prove it. There's enough time, but it's going to have to take a change. It's going to have to take something new. Tox, maybe he can get that goal, and then we start to see him on the defense. Let's see here, though. But no, now it's Drawley the other way. We're going to get to see this defense a little early. Ooh, a mistake from Atomic. It's going to leave Magnifico in a tough spot. In a tough spot here. What can Atomic do? Nicely done. Monkey Moon now. It's on the sidewall. And Stizzy, that's what you want to see. If you're a Magnifico fan, you want to see a recurring theme. The best offense is a good, the best defense is a good offense. If you've heard that before, that seems to be Magnifico's game plan. If they can keep the ball on the BDS half, that's the best sort of defense. They're just constantly on the offensive end. And they have been on offense more than they haven't. And another shot on net, this time a save from Drawley. They have not shook his confidence yet. Maybe they won't, but if they do, it'll really help him out here. Oh, another whip, kind of a misguided pass. And Exotic's going to get a chance here, but Stizzy stands strong. We've been in a standstill here. Both teams have really, been good on defense, which is kind of what I was saying last game in between games, is they had to have better defenses, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing. Here we go, a demo opportunity. Is that what they needed? Is that what Magnifico needs to score? Not quite. A save from Drawley. He has been a brick wall these last couple minutes. And Magnifico haven't been able to punch through. That said, they have got a lot of pressure. It's kind of what we wanted to see. But I want to see that pressure continue. I want to see them stay on offense. Instead, the ball goes down the other way, and suddenly we're going to have to see some defense from Magnifico. That was a poor touch from Tox, leaving his team in a bad spot. Will he collect enough boost to get the save, or no? Instead, Atomic gets a 50. It's still dangerous. Magnifico, we need to see something new. Or Exotic will score, but no, Stizzy gets a save. And that's the best rotational defense we've seen at Magnifico. That would have been a goal the last couple games. Instead, they get the save away. With a minute 20 to go, Magnifico, they're keeping up a fight. They're putting this in their back pocket, and they want to win this game. They want to force a tied series. Welcome, I have trust issues to the stream, as Stizzy puts it in. Magnifico take the lead. A minute 12 to go. I would not be surprised to see BDS tie this up and force another overtime. But it's going to take a score. And, it's been about 3, maybe 4 minutes. Not 4 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes since they scored early in this game. Magnifico have had a great defense. I think we're going to need to see a change up from BDS. Maybe a more passing. I want to see. They've had a lot of success with the Drawley passes. Maybe we return to that. Drawley dices it up the midfield, passes it central. Here's an opportunity. Drawley is on the ball. Is this going to be passed towards Monkey Moon? It is, but it isn't enough. The ball flies by him, and Drawley's forced to make a defensive touch. That's not good enough. Atomic a shot, but no, not on target. Drawley gets it by 1. Is Exotic there? Oh, we couldn't quite reach it. And BDS, they are running out of time. They've got 35 seconds to make a move here. If not, they're going to go and get a tied series. That's an opportunity, but Stizzy, Stand Strong, Tox, an open net, a Magnifico are going to tie this series up, assuming they can hold on for 24 more seconds. 24 more seconds. And they can hold themselves to a tied series. And no one expected this. I mean, I said it from the get-go. I think this could have went to a Game 7, but I was calling it. I mean, BDS, I think they were the stronger team on paper. And Magnifico have stood up, stood strong, and they want to send themselves to Paris. They want to go to that in-person LAN. And Monkey Moon, though, he puts it by. Drawley gets the demo. But with 7 seconds, they need to score, and they need it immediately. It won't be enough. They won't score in time. We will see Game 5 with a tied series. Whew. Magnifico. What a show. What a show, folks. And Invincible, I mean, I may be casting, but it's just for fun. It's just fun. I mean, it's going to be fun. Watch party stream. Folks, what a game. What a series for Magnifico. I was hyping him up. I mean, I talked about how good Stizzy is, how good Atomic is. I didn't highlight Stizzy as that highlight player, but here he is leading his team with 2 goals on 3 shots and 4 saves. Really been an incredible player for this Magnifico side. I think all 3 players have been, strong. But Stizzy really showing up in that last game, and this is what Magnifico, I think this is exactly the playbook they need to take down BDS. It's that strong defense. I said it from the get-go, they had to be better, and you know what they were? They let a goal in early, but for the last about 4 minutes of the game, they stood strong and they did not let BDS score, and that's exactly what they needed to get done. So now let's talk BDS. Suddenly what was working isn't. Maybe it's the way they were doing they're conducting their offense rotation, their passing plays, they're getting cut out, they're getting red. I think you're going to have to switch it up, and, maybe if we've been seeing the passes, if Drawley's been getting all these passes, maybe we revert back and they kind of turtle up a bit. They focus more on the defense and they go for solo plays. And usually that's not a recipe for success, but when you have a player like Monkey Moon on your squad, that might be what you need to get past the other side. And you kind of just make sure you're not letting in these goals. I mean, the Magnifico offense has not slowed down one bit, and I think BDS needs a change on the defensive end. As we get into the next game here, this is the tied series. If you are enjoying the stream and you want to see more of my watch parties, more of my content, please do consider subscribing. The goal today is 490. We are 2 subs away. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Thank you. Here we go, though. 4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Maybe an early goal from BDS. Is this a chance? It's a double commit. It's an own goal. Drawley credited with it, but it's an own goal. I'm cheering on BDS, but you still hate to see it. You hate to see it. Stizzy pops that one right in his own net. And, maybe that's what BDS needed. Because, I mean, we're talking about confidence issues. Maybe that's going to put down Stizzy. I mean, Stizzy has been the highlight player for Magnifico. Maybe that's a damper on his confidence. Maybe that's all BDS need is to really get Stizzy to not feel so confident. Monkey Moon again off the pass from Drawley. This Drawley kid, he can't be stopped. 16 years old, doesn't matter. Gets 50 after 50 after 50. Passing it time after time. And BDS are up 2 goals now. This could be what BDS need to put themselves back into the lead here in this series. Let's see if they can continue to capitalize, continue to score the goals. Nearly another one, but that time Stizzy gets the save. That time Stizzy gets to save, and we've really got a series on our hands. Both teams have shown really strong moments, and I expect this one to potentially go to a Game 7. I think if BDS win, I do favor them to win the series, but I would not be surprised to see a Game 7 here, not at all. Let's see what what Exotic can do. Gets it central, Monkey Moon is there, but Stizzy stays strong. Exotic, another shot, another save. Tox, not letting that in. Magnifico maybe down 2 goals, but they certainly don't want to be down 3. That would maybe be the death knell, even with so much time that this game is over. And they don't want this game to be over. Only down a couple goals, it's not over. Even down to the final, 10-15 seconds, as long as you get a goal with time on the clock. That said, It's not been looking good. Magnifico have been stuck in their own half. They need to break away. They need to get some offense. There we go. A whiff and then pass 2 from Tox. That's what they needed there. Beat 2 on BDS. Magnifico shot on target, saved away. But that is the first good look Magnifico have had in multiple minutes. And that's exactly what they need here. They need 2 goals, so it all starts with some offensive looks. Nicely done for Magnifico. Colorblind. Yeah, Magnifico scoring on their own net. An unforced error from Sizzy was the first goal of the game. And if they win by 1 goal, BDS are going to be thanking themselves and their lucky stars that one in. It does not look like it's going to be a 1-goal game, though. Exotic makes the lead 3, and BDS are dominating. Just a dunk over 1, beats 2, and Atomic can't get back in time. You know, I have been highlighting Drawley and Monkey Moon because they've been connecting on so many shots, so many goals. But Exotic has been a really solid contender on this team as well. I think he's kind of the glue right now that's holding the BDS squad together. And that's kind of what I expected. I think, again, he was underrated on Karmine Corp. And if BDS win another major, I think it'll be in large part because of Exotic. Let's see here what they can do. Oh, it's a nice pass. Monkey Moon off the layoff. But Atomic is there. It's back to Exotic. A chance, a pass. Stizzy. Oh, it might be an open net if Monkey Moon can't race back in time. And in fact, Monkey Moon nearly demoed, but he can't make a good touch. Monkey Moon, what was that? Atomic gets the goal, but Monkey Moon surely should have saved this. I'm not quite sure what happened here. Yeah, Monkey Moon can't quite flick it away. And that's a goal for Magnifico, and they needed it. They've got about half the game to go. It might seem crazy. BDS have looked much the better. But with about half the game, there is more than enough time for Magnifico to make a comeback. Especially when you consider one of BDS's goals was an own goal. They've really only earned 2 goals right now. And I could easily see Magnifico making a fight back into this game. BDS cannot let their guard down. Drawley, he certainly isn't with that flip reset pass opportunity. It may not go anywhere, but that was a chance. Oh, what a snapshot from Monkey Moon, and what a better save off of Tox. He keeps Magnifico only down 2 with a minute 50 here. Every goal is going to matter for Magnifico. If they make the comeback, they can't afford to let another goal in. Tox, ooh, nearly a runaway, but it is saved away by Monkey Moon. That's a bump from Monkey Moon on his teammate, but instead, the ball flies down the pitch. Now it's Atomic in the corner, but Exotic beats him out. Exotic trying to pass it, instead is seen away by Sizzy. Sizzy over to Tox now. Tox, flip reset, potential, but no, he can't quite use it. And, you know, folks, Magnifico have been putting up a good fight, but they haven't looked like they're going to score. It kind of looks like we're going to see a BDS victory here. Is the timer at the top broken? It doesn't look broken to me. Here we go, Tox. Can't quite get it central. He's lost that one territorially, but he wins it because it goes towards his teammate. He's so good. Ooh, it's in the corner. Monkey Moon, maybe another goal for BDS. They don't need it, but they'd like to have extra insurance. Instead, it's Sizzy. Oh, it might be all the way, but no. Exotic races back at the last moment. Sizzy, a brilliant play. Exotic with the brilliant save. Oh, and that's an opportunity, though. Talks to Sizzy. Is Monkey Moon up to snuff? He is, and Drawley sees it into the corner. Talks, though. That's a pass. Sizzy. No, it's another save from BDS. Magnifico, they can't buy a goal today. Sizzy, though, off the top. Talks the dump and pass and demo. Talks sets up his teammate Sizzy. And we have a game of it with 26 seconds to go. Magnifico, they may be down a goal, but all they have to do is score, and they've got themselves to overtime. There is enough time on the clock here, 26 seconds. You certainly could imagine it comeback. Let's see if it happens. Exotic can't put it central. Sizzy into the corner. That's a nice pass, but BDS is probably going to be there, but no, it's a bump. Sizzy actually going for the bump on the opponent. That might have worked out, but with 10 seconds to go, Atomic has to make a touch, and he does, but Tox can't beat the opponents there. And Monkey Moon, a pass to Exotic. This could be the game. Exotic, all he has to do is kill the time. Tox, he has to keep his ball in the air. He does, but they're down a goal. They need to keep it live, and they cannot do it. BDS on match point. BDS take the victory, force match point. And, you know, it all comes off the back of an incredible game, really from all three. I mean, Exotic has the highest score, but all 3 players scored a goal. Multiple passes from Monkey Moon and Drawley. Saves across the board as well, except for Drawley, I guess. It was a great game from all 3 players, and I think I think the difference maker is gonna have to come back. It's back on Magnifico. I think Magnifico, the onus is on them to change up their offense again. Maybe their defense, but you know, they were really consistently scoring 3+ goals. And they still scored 2 here, but it kind of feels like that last goal came in garbage time almost. And I think they need a difference. I think they need their offense to be scoring quicker with more confidence on their offensive possessions. They really need to, you know, they can't let BDS get a lead. They can't let BDS here. They showed they can sit on a lead and take the victory. We need to see something different from them. We've got a 2-minute timeout. A 2-minute timeout, which is fascinating. And, you know, something that I think the players should be doing in times like this timeout is speaking with their coach. So a fascinating thing, both these teams have coaches, and we're going to take this time to quickly look at that. We have got on the side of Magnifico X-Terraz, on the side of BDS is Casio. Casio getting his hat in the ring in terms of coaching, his first time doing so. X-Terraz, I'm not sure if he's been a coach. He has. Oh, for Aogiri Monaco. So he has been coaching Stizzy. He followed Stizzy to this new squad, and you have to imagine, certainly, maybe, I don't know if they're speaking Spanish with talks, but a bit of a Spanish connection for some of these players. I think that they're going to have to take advantage of this timeout and really change up their game plan. Like I said, more offense, more consistent. Let's see if it happens. BDS, the definition of luck. Well, it also should be said they won by 1 goal, and do you know what that 1 goal was? It was the own goal from Stizzy. Own goals matter at this level of RLCS, and it wasn't the worst own goal I've ever seen, but it was an own goal nonetheless. It was an unforced error. And Stizzy's going to be kicking himself if they lose the series here, because they easily could have taken that game to an overtime. Instead, they're down, you know, match point is in the way of BDS. While we're at a timeout, another thing I've seen some teams do, so there's teams like Endpoint, you know, they've got themselves doing the, like, jumping jacks and other, like, ways to, almost lost my chair. Ways of, what's it called? You know, getting the blood pumping, getting the blood flowing in between games. I think it's really important. Oh, we're right back in. We are right back into the match. I think using the timeout to kind of, like, make sure you're, you know, active and not just sedentary is really important. You know, you're sitting in all series long, so I think standing up and really moving around, you know, it matters too. I think it matters. Here we go, though. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was a bit of a lag. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that. He almost lagged through the ball. Here we go, the Magnifico. They have to fight their way back into this series. We know they have the potential, but can they realize on that potential? Welcome, Funi, to the chat. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Jay. No, I mean, I'm wearing a BDS shirt. It would be hard to cheer on Magnifico wearing a BDS shirt, but Magnifico nearly shut me up there with an early goal. BDS standing strong on the goal line. Atomic now. Oh, he's going for the bump. It was a great play, but Drawley with the save despite getting bumped. Unbelievable play from Drawley. I don't know how he got back to that. And BDS, they're standing strong, but this is exactly what I wanted from Magnifico. I mentioned it. They need offensive possession. Their best defense is a good offense, and that's what they're showcasing here. They don't need to defend as long as they keep the ball on BDS's half. Although, they really should have got a goal there. I think that was enough of an offensive stint that they really should have walked away with something, because all that offense, all those good shots, those good looks, and they don't get anything to show for it. And in fact, if BDS break away and get a goal of their own, they'll be down in this series despite really having some good pressure. So what can they do? It's Atomic to Stizzy, but no. Exotic reads it away. And yeah, BDS are looking the stronger team here despite being so defensive. I think they've looked a lot better. Monkey Moon kind of highlighting my point here with his first shot on net. But no, it is saved away by Stizzy. There's another look from Exotic. Another save, though. And on the side of Magnifico, they've held strong. But they still can't get themselves a goal just quite yet. The timer isn't freezing for me.
I mean, BDS will have clocked onto that when you've done it so many times in the opening minute. The opening 2 minutes, sorry.
Are we talking about the top timer?
You're going to know about that. I'm sure they communicated it very early. If there's one thing that players at all levels, including pros, love to communicate,
now I'm looking at the timer. I don't see it.
He's demoing me. That's cringe.
Yeah, it does seem like it's almost used as a point of pride of you had to stoop down to this, obviously. Obviously, all tactics are equal and all demos are...
I don't see it. The timer's ticking normally for me.
Exotic. Gonna take his time. Actually, a great...
Alright, enough of that. I've been staring at the timer for too long. Here we go. 0-0. Half the game to go now. Half the game is ticked by. And Magnifico, they've had a lot of offense, but they haven't been able to capitalize. They really needed a goal, and I complimented them. I think they had great pressure, and I said that was exactly what they needed. But they need more than pressure. They need goals, and Stizzy is going to get exactly that. Magnifico are on the board first with about 2 minutes to go off of a brilliant double from Stizzy fighting through contact with Exotic. Unbelievable. Exotic really should have been first to that ball. Instead, Stizzy beats him out. And that's pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable. Stizzy gets his team a lead, and BDS, they have got a lot of time, but they have to fight back quickly. Here's an opportunity, but no, it is saved away. Monkey Moon, though, that's central. Oh, but he can't get the second touch. BDS, you know, they found their footing, but then they slip a bit. And now they're back on rocky terrain, and they have to come from behind it. They have to get a goal, or they're going to tie this Magnifico are going to tie the series up, send us to a Game 7, and indeed, Tox wants to see that Game 7, gets goal 2 for Magnifico. Funi wants Magnifico to win just to see Pat sad. Well, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal, Funi. But, you know, I don't hate an underdog story, and I mentioned it. I think Magnifico had a much better chance of beating BDS than the other upset potential today. I think this was a much more balanced squad than, what do they call it, Mediterranean boys versus Karmine Corp. Here we go. Oh, what a save from Stizzy. It was halfway through the net, but it won't matter. Monkey Moon gets the rebound. And, you know, BDS, it took them a bit, but they're right back on the board. And it's not a lot of time, but 1 minute 30 is enough time for them to get a goal here. But they need to start quick. They don't have time to waste. They don't have time to mess about. They have got to get themselves a goal, and they have to get it in the next minute 30. The sooner, the better. Oh, it's a 2v1, and it's a bump. Exotic can't get back to it. Atomic scores off the bump from, I believe it was Tox. Look at this. Tox gets bumped by his own teammate and bumps Exotic in turn. Atomic, brilliant play. A Tox, a brilliant pass. And Magnifico are right back to a 2-goal lead. I know you're joking, Funi. I know you're joking, man. Magnifico, they want a Game 7. They are hungry for it. BDS, this is going to be really good to see how do they stand strong in these moments. So, something important, remember, this is just an off-season tournament, right? It's not the end of the world, but everybody wants to play in this LAN. This is for a LAN in Paris. It is incredible practice to go to a LAN and play for big bucks. And 20,000 euros is a lot on the line. And you know BDS want this. You know they want this. But so do Magnifico. They want to prove that getting invited to this event wasn't a mistake. Because reminder, Magnifico, they were invited here. They were the replacement invite when Team Liquid had an invite and then couldn't attend for some reason. So Magnifico got invited in their place. And they want to prove that they deserve to be invited to this event. They want to prove that they can make it to the LAN. And this is exactly what their moment. They have to stand strong. 20 seconds to go. BDS desperate for a goal to keep themselves in this game. But Magnifico, they want Game 7. They want to prove themselves. They want to make the LAN. But BDS have stormed back. And Monkey Moon puts them back in the game within reach. Now, 13 seconds is on the clock. And this is perhaps the easiest job in all of Rocket League. In all of Rocket League, all Magnifico have to do is to keep the ball out for 13 seconds. Can they do it? Ooh, that's not a great touch at all. Monkey Moon's going to get a chance at it. It's central. It's a pass. It's there. Exotic. It's central. Stizzy tries to hit it away, but Drawley's going to keep this one airborne. Atomic can kill the ball, and he will, but Exotic keeps it up. It's a pass. Monkey Moon, it's a shot, but no, not quite on target. Exotic keeps it in the air. Monkey Moon does as well, but that's a kill. That's the game. We're going to a Game 7. Magnifico, they will not die. They will not let this end. They are going to send us to this Game 7. And BDS, they made it exciting there. They made it interesting, but they don't quite have the ice. And I think what's going to be fascinating is this is exactly what we wanted to see. Game 7, because I want to see who's going to step up in the big moments. You know, we talk about ice. That is ice from Atomic, from his team, from this Magnifico side. But it's not all. It doesn't end there. The ice doesn't end in Game 6. You have to keep it going. You have to stand strong, win in those big moments, get those big goals in this final game. The whole match comes down to 5 minutes of Rocket League. And of course we have a timeout, a minute 20 on the timeout. Everything comes down to this, and I think this is where we're going to learn the most. I'm mentioning Magnifico, but we're going to learn the most about BDS. This is a brand new roster. Monkey Moon is a proven world champion. Exotic is a proven major winner. Drawley is the big question mark. He has never had a Game 7 like this in his life. This is the biggest game that Drawley has ever played. This 5-minute game coming up, the biggest game Drawley has ever played in his life. How does he stand up to the pressure? We don't know. We haven't seen him face the pressure like these other players have. All 5 players have faced pressure like this. Not Drawley. He has never had a game like this. Let's see, what can he do in this Game 7 with everything on the line? This is a French team. Monkey Moon, he wants to play in Paris. He has never played a LAN in France, well, besides the Urban series, but he has never played a LAN this big, a threes LAN like this in Paris. He's going to want to make it. If they lose here, they lose this Game 7, they are out. They are eliminated. They will not attend the Paris LAN. Can BDS put it together, or will Magnifico get the crazy upset and earn themselves a spot in the LAN and a chance to potentially win the lion's share of that 20,000 euros? Let's see what happens. And as we get started, reminder, if you're a new viewer and you're enjoying this content, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me grow, helps you get notified, and we're 2 away from our goal for the day. So thank you very much. Here we go, right about to get into the game. The timeout has ended. I guess we're not quite back in just yet. But I really think that BDS are going to have more on the line here. I think there's more pressure on BDS. Here we go. Game 7, Drawley, again, the most unproven. I'm looking to him to see how does he react. Does he have the ice in a Game 7? Exotic, there's an open net. BDS are going to take an early lead. Exotic, he certainly has the ice. And I believe that was a pass from Monkey Moon. It was off the save pass, Monkey Moon. BDS get an early lead. Magnifico, they're not out of it, but suddenly they have to fight from behind. And I don't think they've won a game where they were fighting from behind. No, they did. They won the overtime game. So they have. But they've never won a game from down 2. They cannot let another goal in, and they won't let another goal in. But no, they can't quite get that one. They can't quite make it. BDS, they're the ones keeping the ball out of the net. And Magnifico, reminder, they have never won a game from down 2 goals. So they need to keep this to 1 goal deficit. They need to tie it up. They need to take the lead at some point or win in overtime. Can they do it? Drawley, he is a player I've been looking to. He's had the best 50s all day. That's not a great 50, though. It kind of goes neutral. That's a miss from Monkey Moon, a rare one. Exotic can't get to the ball. Monkey Moon, a pass to Drawley. Drawley there for the shot, but it's not on target. Stizzy goes for a catch. He kind of misses the catch here. Both teams are making errors. And that's a double commit from Magnifico. We are seeing errors on both sides. And it's really going to be a battle of who makes the least mistakes. Who has the ice. That's a whip. But no, it's a leave. Stizzy left it for Tox. An intentional shot there from Tox. Unfortunately, they can't get it in. But that's the best look for the game for Magnifico. And if they can get more looks like that, they can score another one. But another save. This time from Exotic. BDS, they're standing strong here. All they have to do is hold on to this 1 goal lead, but there is 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. A lot of time for Magnifico to make a fight of it, make a game of it, and come back in the series. Maybe even force Game 7 OT. Let's see what happens. Atomic now towards the midfield. There's an opportunity. Monkey Moon, he has the ball. Now he's hitting it towards his teammate, but no one is there. Tox scores off the misplay from Monkey Moon. Tox says, I'll take that ball. He just steals the ball away from Monkey Moon. I don't know what happened here. Monkey Moon just loses the ball. Tox intercept and goal. Magnifico tie up the game. And Monkey Moon, an uncharacteristic mistake there. I call it an intercept, and it was an intercept, right? But Tox, I mean, that ball was gifted to him. It was gifted to him. And here we're talking about gifts. Exotic gifted a goal, but he couldn't put it in. BDS missed the open net opportunity, and now Stizzy's got a chance down the other way. Exotic, it goes by him, but Monkey Moon sees it away in the corner. Atomic, an important 50 to make, and he does make it. Tox bumps one. Stizzy, a chance, but no. Exotic is there for the block. Oh, that's an on-target shot, but what a save from Monkey Moon. Both teams peppering the net, but we remain at 1-1.
Wanted to try and find Drawley with that.
The next goal could be the one that ends it. You never know in this scenario. We've got half the game to go, but if it's a low-scoring affair, one goal may be all the difference. Talks, and again, an opportunity there. He should have went for the dunk on Monkey Moon. He said he went for boost. And Magnifico, they're in this more than I think anybody expected. They are tied here in Game 7. They are proving why they deserve to be invited to this tournament. Let's see if they can make the magic happen, send themselves to Paris, or if BDS will do the expected and make it themselves. They've already interviewed Monkey Moon in Paris, so, like, it would be a shocker of all shockers if BDS don't qualify. Here we go. Drawley, that's a nice clear, but it wasn't far enough. Magnifico still keep the ball, although as I say that, of course, they lose the ball. A fast-paced game here. They weren't able to keep that possession, but maybe they'll keep this one. It's down the other way. Drawley now in the corner, ceiling shot or something there from Drawley. It's a 50. It's dangerous, though. Stizzy into the corner. Exotic is there, but he kind of loses the ball. And now it's Drawley's turn, but he gets beat. It's 50. It's mid. Magnifico, they've got an opportunity here, but can he make the most of it? He sort of does. He tries to beat Exotic. He can't quite do it. Monkey Moon into the corner. This has been an extended period from Magnifico. They need to come away with a goal. All this offense is meaningless, especially if there's a counterattack, and there may be. It's a miss from Atomic. Exotic, he can't sink it though. BDS, that was their moment. Exotic, you have to have the ice in the biggest of moments, on the biggest of stages. BDS, they don't come away with it, and Magnifico, they still have an opportunity here when they should have been down a goal. Here we go. Atomic, now it's his turn, his chance for glory, but Drawley is there for the save. Tox, he's going to keep this ball for Magnifico. They are still on the offensive end. A nice clear from Monkey Moon, but it's a bit of boomer ball. The ball's going to be right back to Magnifico, but that's a mistake from Atomic. Now it's to Sizzy. Lucky for Atomic, Sizzy was there for the touch. That's a great demo, and Sizzy's made an opportunity of it, but Atomic doesn't make a great touch. The demo was there, but Atomic didn't follow. And now suddenly Drawley's got an opportunity. 20 seconds to go. We are entering golden goal territory. The next goal likely wins the series. Who will it be? Magnifico, they are pressing to win this in regulation. Can they do it? Tox, there's a chance. Stizzy, he's going to get a pass, but no, he misses it, and it's a double commit. Tox, he whips, and suddenly BDS may get the last laugh out of nowhere. BDS, they are. In 0 seconds remaining, they're going to be the ones that get a look. It's a pass, it's a shot. Drawley can't make contact. It was a difficult shot, but Drawley couldn't put it in. Here we go, though. Drawley, he's not done. He didn't quit. He didn't give up. They have kept the ball with 0 seconds, and he passed it to Monkey Moon. Tox is Exotic! Game 7 buzzer beater! Exotic does it! Exotic wins 14 BDS. Monkey Moon shot. Tox not a good enough save. And BDS win in devastating fashion if you are a fan of Magnifico. Unbelievable ending. Oh, that is unbelievable, folks. What an end to this series. What a game. What a series. What an event for Magnifico. I want to give everyone a round of applause to Magnifico. They put up one heck of a fight against BDS. They really gave it to them. They gave them everything they could handle and then some. But BDS, in the final moments, managed to have that ice. I was talking about ice. BDS has the ice. They score with no time on the clock to take home the victory in Game 7. And that just goes to show you how important I think experience in the RLCS level is, because Drawley wasn't the one that kind of put home that finishing touch. It was Exotic from the pass from Monkey Moon. And it really just goes to show you, I think, that this team Magnifico had everything in the tank, but just the final moments, they couldn't get it together. It remains to be said, with about 20 seconds on the clock, they had a look on offense. So with 20 seconds, they could have won a game winner. Instead, they couldn't really get a good shot, and then suddenly they give away the ball, multiple whiffs, and BDS gets a 0-second opportunity. So Magnifico played a great game, but I think that you can't blame anyone for their loss but themselves. I think they easily could have beat BDS today, but maybe in the final moments, the slightest of errors, and we'll never know what caused it, but yeah, the slightest of errors cost him the game. It was the thinnest of margins, but BDS take home the victory. Congratulations to BDS. They're moving on to Paris. And now let's quickly highlight that, because I've been mentioning it. If you're new and you weren't aware, there is a finals of this tournament. We are watching the playoffs right now. The finals played for, it's more than 20,000 euros. I'm mistaken. Sorry, the grand prize is 27,000 euros. It is actually 50,000 euros. Wow. It's going to be Moist, Vitality, BDS, and a one team still to be determined. And BDS are going to travel to Paris for the LAN. Very exciting. Sorry to all the fans of Magnifico. I see all of you saying no, heartbreak, goodbye Empire State. Oh no. Funi says, Pat, can you tell us what substance you injected yourself? I'm just hyped for Pro Rocket League. Do you know how long it's been since we've had a good series of Rocket League on this stream, Funi? Well, no offense to all the show matches. But we haven't watched a Pro Rocket League match that was new in ages. And this really hit the desire to watch some Pro Rocket League. I don't think it's your mom died 10 times worse, Invincible. I'm sorry. It's bad, but I don't think it's that bad. Here we go, though. We've got, I don't know how much longer of a wait, but we've got to wait before our next match is going to be Karmine Corp versus Mediterranean Boys. That is Vatira, Nolly, and Rise versus Raziers, Louis P, and Sizen. And that's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. Oh boy, yeah, you guys are not gonna be happy about that. Yeah, okay, Pat, I'm sorry. I guess crew fight didn't mean it. It did mean a lot. I did get hyped for crew fight, did I not? I got hyped for crew fight. Thanks everyone for watching, man. We lost all our viewers after that exciting ending. Hopefully everybody comes back. We are still at 488. If you are a new viewer and you are loving this stream, I would love it if you subscribed. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. We're 2 away from our goal of 490 today. What a series. I mean, what a series. Does that not make you hyped to watch Rocket League? Getting a Game 7 buzzer beater? I mean, come on. It was BDS hitting the victory. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, folks. It doesn't get better than that. Oof. Oh, yeah, I should update this subscriber goal. Thanks for the reminder. 488. Pretty cool. We're almost at 500. That's the big number. We're going to do a celebration stream where it's FAQ stream. Or FAQ. You can ask questions. Q&A stream. Whew. You want to play now? Yeah, watching Pro Rocket League always makes you want to play, doesn't it? I agree. Invincible, you were dying at the end. If you're a huge fan, it certainly makes you die at the end when it's that close and that so much fight to them, so much... Magnifico, they really proved themselves. And I know they lost, and they're, of course, going to be disappointed. But they played very well. They should not be disappointed at all. Not be disappointed. We've got another ad break, so I'm going to hop away. Whew, so many questions, says Moody. Oh, Mystic says it was nail-bitingly and unprecedentedly close. Oh, yeah, it definitely captured attention. Yeah, I'm just going to go to the screen. I mean, look at that. 2 overtimes. How many one-goal games? So 2 overtimes, 2 one-goal games to end the series. And the other games were was a 2-goal win for Magnifico and a 2-goal win for BDS. So a really close series. A really close series. 1 goal. BDS was 1 game and 1 goal better than Magnifico. What a close one. Alright, see you, Invincible. If you want to stick around, there is Karmine Corp coming up next, but I also understand if you have to go. You're going to go to sleep. Guys, there's another series. But it's okay if you have to head out there. It's alright. It's going to be BDS versus the next winner. They were at 6,000. I think he got over 6,000 viewers for that. What a fun series. What a fun one. Well, wait, go to sleep. Go to sleep if it's midnight. Wait, how are they up for my late streams? Funi, do they wake up in the morning and then watch my stream? Jay, how did I not know that? So you wake up in the morning and watch my late night stream? That's actually hilarious, if that's the truth. So I'm streaming like late at night for me and you're just woke up. That would be funny. I don't know how I didn't know that. I knew that was for some people. I didn't know that was for Jay. Well, sorry, Jay. I hope you have a good rest, sleep. Yep, time zone moment. Whew. So interestingly, that was 2 of the 3 Spanish players eliminated and 1 of the 2 German players eliminated. And the other German and the other Spanish player are on Mediterranean boys. So it's going to be a fun one. Wow, there were a lot of English players on this, huh? 9. That's the most I've seen in a European event, percentage-wise, in quite a while. They are back.
Game there. Game 7, 0-second winner in game.
They are back. And, you know, I wish I could listen, but I think they have some music going, so I'm just going to not listen to the, between the games. But, yeah, man, wow, what a series. What a series. Whew. I am, man, that's tired me out, folks. That's tired me out. You know, Jay, I was making fun of you for, not making fun of you, but I was saying, oh, you're going to sleep. I mean, now I feel tired. Welcome, Fupe. Welcome. We are watching Professional Rocket League. They're in the midst of a break right now, but the tournament is called Flip and Spin. It features these teams, and we are on to Karmine Corp versus Mediterranean Boys, which is Vatira, Nolly, and Rhines. Coach Farah. So a new look Karmine Corp. Now, Nolly is not permanent on this squad. It is rumored to be a Tau, but he couldn't play for this event, so instead it's Nolly. On the other side is Mediterranean Boys, Raziers, Louis P, and Sizen, with Nacho as coach, and I think they're going to put up a great fight. I think it's a good squad. That said, I do think you favor Karmine Corp. And you know what? Let's get the... Oh, you talked to me in the Discord. Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, that was you. Well, welcome, Fupe. Welcome. We're between the games, so we're kind of just chilling. I'm going to start a poll, because we have got, you know, the next match coming up. I'm going to say who you think wins. Who will win the next series? And let me know in the chat exactly why you think that, or who you think and why. They've got a long name, Mediterranean Boys. There we go. Let me know who you think's going to come up victorious. Well, thanks for subbing, Fupe or Fupe, however you say it, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. It's been a fun stream. What a Game 7. I mean, Magnifico put up what a great fight. I mean, I was cheering on BDS. I don't know if you can tell I'm wearing, you probably can't tell, I'm wearing a BDS shirt. Cheering on BDS, but I was just happy it was Game 7. I mean, you can't get mad about it. Oh, you know, 0-second game winner on a Game 7. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Karmine sweep, says Funi. I don't know about a sweep. I guess it's likely. There haven't been any sweeps yet. So if we got a sweep, we would have gotten every scoreline. We would have had a sweep, a 1-goal win for the losers, 2 games win for, sorry, game. 1 game win for the losers, 2 games win for the losers, and 3. So we would have had in every sort of ending if it's a sweep. So maybe. I think 4-1. I think 4-1 for Karmine Corp. That's my prediction. I'm curious how long we have until the next match. 10 minutes according to the originally scheduled. So I guess they'll go with the originally scheduled time. Mystic said, absolutely loved watching that series. Your BDS socks kept your feet warm and your BDS comforter kept your upper half from becoming chilly. And your timeliness on a BDS keeper. Yep, no, yeah. It's one shirt, miss. No, I know we're just messing around. But no, nice. I mean, that was a fun one. You know, the crazy thing about Rocket League is it's so easy to not be fans of the team, the org you were fans of before. I mean, because I mentioned it, I don't think I'm going to be cheering on BDS when it comes to the RLCS season. I'm probably going to be cheering on Karmine Corp or Gentlemates with Seiko. So we'll see what happens. But it's definitely an exciting roster. And I think the fact that Trolley, I think he did play well, is a really good sign for the future. It's a good sign for the future. You have 6 BDS certs and a few Oxygen certs and a Vitality banner, and you cannot advise spending that much money on merch. Probably not necessary. But yeah, that's a funny collection. Why do you have 6 BDS shirts but like no Vitality shirts, but you got a Vitality banner? That's interesting. You're not a BDS fan, but you do prefer them over Magnifico. I think majority of chat was the other way, Mystic, which was surprising to me. We had a lot of Magnifico fans in the chat that were devastated by such a close loss, and I understand why. The close losses almost feel worse than if it wasn't so close. All right, let me grab... I want to see if Octane has the stats ready for that last game. Because if they do, that would be great. Oh man, they don't. They don't have the stats. So awaiting results still. So it's awaiting the result. And in fact, we can't even look at the stats from yesterday. So there's no point at that. Oof. Let me see. I missed chat for a moment. Not a... I already read that. Vupe says because Vitality shirts are so expensive. Interesting. Are they more expensive? How much more expensive than the BDS shirts? I have no idea. Oh, I have the BDS shirt, and then obviously I also have the Rocket League generic hat. I highly recommend getting a general Rocket League something. Because then people will notice you. Or RLCS, I should say. Rocket League too, but RLCS is better, obviously. You wore 4 BDS food. Well, you came in too late for the fan vote. The fan vote was a majority Magnifico, which sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Majority Magnifico. $50. Yeah, that's way too expensive. I think I got this for 30. And I thought 30 was way too expensive, but it was because it was at the major. Expensive stuff, man. Way too expensive. You wrote it for Magnifico more than BDS, but BDS were more destined to win. I got you, Mystic. Yes, I think everyone can agree BDS were the favorites to win. Not huge favorites though, and that Game 7 really showed exactly why they weren't huge favorites. Oh no, laggy stream here. Let's reload it. Then I've got an ad. $50. That's like 40 pounds. Yep, crazy prices. Crazy prices. The banner sounds fun, though. Mystic says, Funi took those words from a coffee pasta I created during Rizzo's The Draw stream to mock NRG fans. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I see. You made a copy pasta and it was just NRG instead of BDS. I gotcha. You know what's funny is if you make a particularly funny copy pasta, you definitely can start a trend on the main Rocket League Esports channel. I think it's hard to do nowadays because chat is just too wild. There's too many people. But I remember back in Season 8, which was still a lot of viewers back then. Back in Season 8, all it would take is, you could see when it happened. One person said something, and it probably wasn't new. Like, I've seen people use old copy pastas, obviously. But all it takes is one person to start it, and literally everybody hops on right away. It's really funny. The copy pasta train. So how much time we got? We got 6 minutes according to the schedule. And they're still not started quite yet. I think let's talk about the players. I've already mentioned it. Razier's probably the best player on the Mediterranean Boys squad, but Size and Louis P, no slouches. Karmine Corp, we haven't talked about these players so much. Let's do that. Vatira and Rise. It's a huge duo. I think them returning as a duo is going to be massive. Obviously, they've won a major together as Moist, and they were favorites to win a world championship together before they lost to Furia. And I think Nolly is a solid third for them. I do think that Tao is rumored to join them on. Karmine Corp will be a better third. But even with Nolly, they have got to be the favorites to, I'd say, beat BDS and make the grand final. Because if they beat Mediterranean Boys, then they play BDS. And the winner will play the winner of Moist Vitality. So I think that this team's going to go all the way to the grand final of the tournament. Welcome, Hedge. We are watching Flip and Spin, which is a tournament, like a Rocket League Esports off-season tournament. Ooh, it's interesting they have some new stuff. But this is their first event together. Okay, that's good. So something new I saw. Mediterranean Boys, their first event together. And in the case of Sizen, his first event since he was benched by Vitality. Yeah, welcome, Hedge. We're just watching this tournament. The last match of the day, there were only 2 today, is Karmine Corp versus Mediterranean Boys, and it's going to be a fun one. Vatira, Nolly, and Rise versus Raziers, Louis P, and Sizen, and it is going to be a blast. I'm very excited. It's starting about 5 minutes, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. You missed an incredible series, Hedge. It was BDS versus Magnifico, and it went all the way to a Game 7. I highly recommend you watch that back after the fact. I've just spoiled it, so maybe you won't, but it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. There's a copy pasta that you found on Wikipedia about Radosin. How did you find a copy pasta on Wikipedia about Radosin? That's so weird. So specific. You got Radosin to use it? That's funny. Well, like I said, people like, in today's era, even my age, not that I'm that old, like copy pastas. So a lot of these pros are so young, you know, you find a good one that everyone knows is funny, and people who don't mind poking fun at themselves are definitely down to use it. And I could tell from just watching Radosin on the stage, even though I don't speak French, just from his presence at the Spring Major on stage, he seemed like a very chill guy that would definitely be down to poke fun at himself in a fun way. The way he got to stage, he really liked the crowd. It was nice to see him. He really got into like hyping up the crowd and stuff, even though they were beating BDS in that major in the grand final, and I was so sad. It was still fun. You say Radosin is a village in the municipality of Serbia, according to 2002 census. I see. So there is an actual town in Serbia called Radosin. That's funny. Well, you know what? Maybe that's why he named himself Radosin. Has he told anyone? He's from Serbia, right? I mean, he could have named himself after the town. The village, sorry. That's funny. I'm sorry, Mystic. Now I just can't stop laughing about that. Now that you said it, I'm gonna think about that. That's funny. That's a good one. That's like a good copy pasta. That's a really good one. He literally Fortnite emoted on stage after beating KCorp. Yep. That's Radosin. Alright, they're starting the next one up shortly. This is going to be a fun one, folks. It's going to be a fun one. No, I believe you, Mystic. I'm saying he probably named himself after the village. Alright, let's talk about the vote. 75% of chat voting for Karmine Corp, but there are a couple votes for Mediterranean Boys. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Hedge, you missed it. Most of people were cheering on Magnifico, so when they lost in such horrific fashion, they lost on a 0-second goal in Game 7. People were devastated. And I feel for Magnifico, but since I'm cheering on BDS myself, it was hard to be too upset. Got my shirt, rocking it. But it was a really fun series. I think Magnifico are going to be making regionals. I think they're going to make every regional if they stick together. I feel very confident. I don't think he's from, but maybe he's from the village. Footbase says you think Karmine Corp are going to win, but you want Sizen to win. It would be nice to see Sizen get some revenge on Vitality, but it would take such a long road for them to get there that I doubt they get the whole way. They'd have to win today, and then they have to win in the LAN to potentially face Vitality. Moist could beat Vitality, and they can never play them. But yeah, I think this is less likely than the last one, but then the last one went to a Game 7, so it's certainly not over. I think my prediction, though, is 4 games Karmine Corp, 1 game Mediterranean Boys. Four to 1, that would be my guess. In the chat, let me know your score predictions. Right now we have the vote. 75% of the fan vote, is voting for Karmine Corp, but let me know exactly how you think it'll go. In terms of, the score, the series score. It could go either way. Certainly could. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change up the title of the stream to be Karmine Corp, somewhere in it. There we go. I've changed up the title. Welcome, Killer Ninja. Welcome, Killer Ninja. Oh, I've missed a bunch of chat. It's fun because if Karmine Corp win, that means that all the players from Old Moist are still in the top 4 VU. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And they are. I mean, even if Karmine Corp loses, they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. They are. But it's pretty funny. Killer Ninja, what's up? 12:30. Wow, it's late for you. Hopefully you stick around for the whole series. You don't have to. Coming up next is Karmine Corp vs Mediterranean Boys, which is a squad consisting of Louis P, Braziers, and I've already forgotten. Who is their third? Braziers, Louis P, and Sizen. That's who it is. I don't have to check. Sizen. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. Welcome. Well, Mystic's saying hi to Killer Ninja, so I'm not welcome. And then Funi says, remember when everyone thought Sizen was Zen before Zen was officially on the roster? I mean, I never thought that, Funi, but I know what you mean. The joke was, the funniest one I saw was when, who was it? CJ said that Sai means dagger in some language I don't remember, just SAI. So Sizen is going to stab Zen in the back, or was getting stabbed in the back by Zen, I forget, something like that. There was like some play on words with Sizen and Zen about stabbing in the back. So before it was officially announced who was going to get replaced, CJ predicted Sizen, I think. And they thought Radosin would be off, or... yeah, I don't remember. Something like that. You don't quite know... wait. I'm missing more. So one of Zen's past ISs was Solzen. Interesting. And you don't know the origin, but it's close to Sizen. It is close to Sizen. That's true. That's fair. They thought Radosin was going to be booted. Yeah, for a bit. I think people did. Then they booted Sizen. And, you know, I think that Sizen was playing a little bit better than Radosin before he got kicked. But it wasn't just about who was better. It was honestly about the better vibe. Because if Radosin was just better for the team dynamic with Zen, then of course you keep him. It was all about who's going to play better with Zen, and I think Radosin and Alpha proved that they were the right duo to play with Zen by winning everything with him. So, definitely the right duo. Let's see here what happens next. We've got Karmine Corp vs Mediterranean Boys starting any minute now. It's going to be a fun one. And reminder, this is to make a Paris LAN for a prize pool of over 50,000 euros. Not over. Exactly 50,000 euros. Can you imagine 50,000 euros on the line and a trip to Paris? And speaking of it, here we go. The beginning of the game, Razier starting off with a strong push, a strong, drive off the kickoff, but Vatira is going to have the ball. Here we go. Rise hitting it central, but an early save from Razier. Razier is getting it done on both ends early. Not done, though. He didn't get a goal.
You win this, you are not only into the prize pool, but you are
here we go.
Paris Games Week.
Yeah, and I said it before, but Shogun, kind of repeating what I was saying, if you make this, you get a free trip to Paris and, you're into the prize money. All 4 teams at the LAN will make some amount of prize money.
We could have invited 8 teams. We could have made this a much bigger tournament because all the players qualifying are French or nearby. Rise now with a flip race earlier on. Razier's read that one pretty early.
This is going to be a fun one, though. 0-all with about a minute gone. We've got, I'm going to end the poll here. 78% of chat voting for Karmine Corp, 22% the other way. Let's see what happens here.
The rest of Europe doing a good job of leveling up during the off-season. Magnifico.
Razier's putting it up top. Can't quite get the save.
What can Mediterranean boys do? struggle for our close qualifier teams. Obviously have to
Yeah, it doesn't quite work. You can't even see Mediterranean.
not really the biggest thing you'd want in the world as we go off the backboard.
That's a good point. You can't even read their name. But who needs to read their name when Vatira is scoring? I was the wrong team. I thought Mediterranean was scoring. But Vatira scores first for Karmine Corp. Louis P can't get enough of it. And then, oh, poor Sizen. Could have made a save, but it just dribbled its way into the net. Not enough. And Karmine Corp, you know, an early lead remains to be seen if Mediterranean boys, if it's a trend or if it's just the beginning. But if it is a trend, Karmine Corp are going to take this game handily and perhaps the series handily. Invincible says, I hope Vitality have a perfect split until the grand finals where they get swept by a team they shouldn't be getting swept by. That would be really funny, but if it's a grand finals, it's unlikely that such a team would make it there in the first place. Vatira and Rise on the same team is actually terrifying. I agree. It is terrifying. And here it is. It's back. They're back.
Goes up, gets rid of the danger.
Good read there by Vatira. You can see that the shooting angle is closing quickly.
Oh man, I'm already tired. It's not even that late for me. Sizen though. Whoa, he's gonna wake me up, tying this game back up suddenly. Mediterranean boys, they're right back into it. They're right back into it, catching Rise out. And Nolly for that matter. Right between them. Sizen, that's a nice goal. It's a nice goal. Vatira, Rise, Nolly never left their team and Vatira and Rise just joined Nolly. That would be funny. Because Nolly was on Karmine Corp, I guess is what you're getting at.
Not really worked out too badly for KC.
That could happen that way. It's not how it happened. But it is for now at least. Nolly is, and remember, Nolly is not rumored to stay on Karmine Corp. The rumor is it's going to be a Tau. But for this tournament, it's not. Get hype again. I'll lock in as we get further in the series, Fooney. I mean, if the whole series is hype, then nothing is hype. You know what I mean? You've got to hype up the hype moments, and we're not in a hype moment just yet. But it's a tie game. It's gonna be a fun one. Guys, no, don't joke about drugs, you know. Here we go. Nolly, that's a nice save.
Nolly did get the line save there.
The only drug I ingest is caffeine.
Good test for KC, at least early in the series.
I started it off like it was going to be a joke, and then it was kind of serious. But I don't do drugs, and caffeine is technically drugs, so that's why I say it. You know, I wish I never started drinking caffeine because then you get used to it, and it's kind of hard to break away. Here we go, though. Nolly, that's a nice goal. It is a nice goal.
He's played in KC before, but his second debut for KC, and he gets a goal.
And you know, they say debut for KC, but it is not Nolly's debut for KC. He has been on this squad before, so I think that's some funny words. Booney, I have no idea. I probably should know. I know it's medically, but I wouldn't use it anyway. Here we go, Vatira. What a connection, Nolly to Vatira. What is that? What is this? Nolly is really pulling up for Karmine Corp. And you know, for a moment it looked like Mediterranean boys maybe had a chance, maybe had a moment, but a goal from Sizen is going to mean nothing if Nolly keep piling on for Karmine Corp. Nearly a fourth goal. Rise now double tap but can't put it in, but Nolly, he is stepping up. I mean, my goodness, Nolly. And you know, this is the moment for Nolly to kind of improve his stock, because he is still, as far as I know, looking for a team. He is looking for a team, and people, I think, are underrating him. So if he can, like, show up in a tournament like this, maybe it'll help him land himself a new squad, a new team.
I think there's very often I've been able to say that about Rise's performance.
Well, let's see here. Nolly into the corner. Can't quite get anything done. And now it's central, dangerous, but it is saved away. There we go, though. Raziers, Louis P. You know, if Mediterranean boys are going to do anything, they have to do it soon. They only have 40 seconds, and they have to score 2 goals. So they need to score with time on the clock. What can they do here? Louis P. Vatira dances by him. But Raziers, that's a good clear. Wall dash to get some space. But Sizen couldn't make a good enough touch. There's a chance, though. What a shot. What a better save, though. Vatira reads it perfectly. That is dangerous, but no one is there for the shot. Nolly just has a simple save for what should have been a difficult one. How is Mediterranean boys not ready for their own pass? And Nolly will. Nolly makes it 4-1, 3-goal lead. Karmine Corp, they are on fire right now. On fire.
So well. They've combined.
Is it romantic? It kind of was, wasn't it? I just have this like random playlist on right now. It's like lo-fi music. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be romantic. That was pretty funny though.
Touching the ball before Vatira opened the scoring to get one of those scam assists. I actually will admit though, I can't remember how the setup for that first goal went. It was a while ago now.
There we go. That's the game. Karmine Corp starting off strong, and I think it could be a sweep. I don't think it will be, but it could be. I'm still expecting one game for Mediterranean boys. Let's see which one it'll be though. No players gone from NA to EU, but the opposite has. That is true. Yes. It is less pay to go to Europe from North America. That is correct. Yep. For most people. In theory, if you were on a low-level North American team and you found your way onto a high-level European team, you could definitely get a raise, but that doesn't happen. So, I think the only players that could play on a high-level European team are like the best players in North America, and they would be taking a pay cut. So
we have said so many times in the past that players have gotten complacent, players have gotten lazy because they've seen success, they've signed with a big org, and now they don't play the game as much anymore. But you know, we've got.
It's gonna be a close one here. Not a close one. What I was saying, it's gonna be a fun one here in this next game. Do you think Karmine Corp? I mean. Let me check back in chat. I think we had, what, 77% of chat voting for Karmine Corp. Do you think Mediterranean boys have any kind of fight in them? Can really fight back into it? Let me know your thoughts. Because that looked pretty convincing to me for Karmine Corp. Probably. I don't know what you mean, which probably we're answering. Have there been any announcements on the tourney yet? Oh, no, not yet. I need to do that. We'll do that at the end of the stream, Fooney. But, I mean, I've kind of already announced it, but I guess I have to do it in the Discord as well. I'll do that in a sec. Or later today, maybe. Anyway, here we go. A chance for Raziers, not quite. Couldn't put it in. Here we go, an opportunity now for Louis P. Central, Mediterranean boys, they have to make the most of these opportunities when they're on the offense. They're going to be few and far between, and they couldn't get a goal there. Scythen, that was a risky play. I know he passed it to Louis P, but that could have easily been intercepted. And Rise, he's trying to say, who needs an interception? I'm just going to demo the defender. Nolly back to Rise. Rise for the shot, but it is saved away. Vatira to Nolly. Nolly couldn't quite put it on target. Yeah, Karmine Corp, I like these passes. I think this is exactly their win condition, is to get these passes going. Vatira, a known quantity in the passing game, a high-level player on the shooting and passing. Shooting, talking about shooting, there's a brilliant shot from Vatira. Off the Nolly pass, just the connections. The connections are there for Karmine Corp. And it was just over the head of Mediterranean boys, and I don't think they could have done anything better than just get that goal when they had the pressure a minute ago. They should have scored when they had the chance, and instead they don't take advantage. And it costs him here. It costs. Here we go. Another chance for Karmine Corp down the field, but Louis P is there. It's central. Nolly. Into the corner. Still mid for Nolly. Vatira, though, he gets a piece of it. Yeah, Karmine Corp, they're just looking like the stronger squad. Mediterranean boys are going to have to put some things together. Make some magic.
Against a mountain of a squad.
Vatira, there's a chance, but no.
Rise couldn't find a demo, sticks with it anyway.
There we go. Rise hits it down the field. That's a nice back pass from Louis P, but will it be enough? It might be. Razier, a shot on target, but another save. Yeah, Mediterranean boys, they haven't really got any good looks, and here we're going to have another good look for Karmine Corp. Vatira puts it in off of the assist in terms of a bump/demo attempt. Oh. We've got a destroyed party there.
We're just gonna wait to get the party back.
Technical break.
You're really unfortunate when that happened. Actually, the notification there. Oh, because the party's probably been destroyed for a while, but the notification doesn't pop up until a goal happens, so you miss the replay. I've seen that one plenty times on my own stream. So you guys are tuning into my stream for the Flip and Spin tournament. I'll think You guys are gonna feel right at home. Oh, that one. That all the time.
You listen to Johnny Boy. I mean, yeah, you feel right at home when you're a Rocket League player and you've seen that before. Party has just been destroyed. You can just be playing ranked with your pals and it breaks. So, fun time. You don't have your PC? Ah, no worries. Hey, no worries, Funi. I will, you know what I'm going to do, by the way, is I think I'm going to announce it in a YouTube channel post, as well as in the Discord. But we'll definitely do a post about it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, close one.
Yeah, great save as well. I mean, most of those double taps are aimed high or even like halfway up the goal, but Nolly went for the bottom corner there, and the defender was still able to get the post pitch.
Rise, what's he got? A save there. Mediterranean boys, they've got an opportunity. Double tap, not quite. Can't quite put it in, and yeah, just Karmine Corp, they are just looking like the stronger team. This is looking like maybe our first sweep of the day, of the tournament for that matter. Of the playoffs, anyway. Mediterranean looked too rushed, I agree. But that was one of their best looks. Vatira was only one back, and he still got the save. They couldn't take advantage of a 2v1. They couldn't take advantage of a 2v1.
I'm liking it. I love this synergy.
Yeah, they didn't need to transition to hide a button, that's for sure. Here we go, but no! Another save! Mediterranean boys finally getting some good looks, but nothing goes in. And now Vatira gets it over the defender. Yeah, this is looking shocked. A minute 14 to go, but I don't foresee any world where Mediterranean boys win this game. A game, for sure, but not this one. This game's looking pretty done and dusted. And we will, Funi, we will. We'll start him today if I get a chance.
There's been a team play element to almost every goal. In fact, actually every goal Karmine Corp have scored. That's wonderful to see from 3 players.
There's a chance to pass. Sizen. Louis P. Ah, not quite.
I want to go out there, show everybody that I've still got what it takes to dominate in a dominant team.
It's into the corner now. Sizen up the ceiling. Can't quite do it. Rise, what's he got? Not a lot. Nolly now hitting it central.
There's always another defender here for KC. Nolly leaves it for
Vatira. There's a chance, but Razier's, oh, he just can't quite make contact. Nolly hits it up to Rise. Rise puts it central, but Sizen is there, and that's a good look for Sizen, but yeah, with the time fully ticked away now, Karmine Corp, they're going to take a 2-game lead, and it's really looking effortless. That's a good word that Johnny Boy said, effortless. I think that perfectly describes how the series has gone for Karmine Corp. It has been an effortless wins for them so far. Effortless wins. Karmine Corp now up 2-0, and I expect that trend to continue.
The KC haven't needed that. They look like they've been
gonna take a bit of a stretch break.
at this point, months minimum.
Oh, what a series, folks.
Brand new roster.
What plays from Karmine Corp? They have just looked incredible.
You know, Nolly, if he's standing in for the team, is doing a great.
You know, speaking of looking incredible, I think I'll mention it because we were hinting at it with Funi in the chat. Folks, stick around for an announcement at the end of the stream about an upcoming tournament that I'll be hosting. And I'll definitely start the, what's it called? I will start the sign-ups for that this evening. So definitely look out for that if you want to play in a 1v1 tournament for a lot of credits on the line. Definitely check that out. But says no overtime. No timeout. Oh yeah, they probably should have called a timeout in hindsight. Not in hindsight. In the current time, yes, they should have. Let's see though. Sizen. Ceiling shot. Oh, but nope. I mean, every time they get a good look, it just is never enough. It's never enough, but that is Sizen. I wouldn't even call that a good look. I don't know what happened here. I think Nolly just made a mistake. Yeah, Nolly should have went for a clear. Instead, he kind of lets Sizen, you know, pick it off him. And Sizen finally gets a goal for Mediterranean boys. And, you know, that's a great start for them. If they're going to win a game, it probably starts with them taking the lead early. And that's nicely done for Sizen to kind of give them a lead. Oh, but are they going to squander it right away? They will. Vatira off the double tap. That just feels like they were given a gift and they squandered it. I mean, Sizen, you've got to make contact with Rise. Rise setting that play up with a brilliant pass, but Sizen surely had to do more than that. Surely had to do more than that. Funi, not yet, but I will. Don't worry, Funi. I think some of the ones you've sent have been quite good. They've looked quite good.
Off the ceiling. This is a scary thing, is that again I still don't fully feel like Rise is up to the level I expect from Rise of all people.
Yeah. You know, another great point from Shogun, I'm listening into their talks, he says, has Rise really shown all he has? And I agree. I mean, if he's not full, you know, level strength, then this Karmine Corp squad can only be even deadlier in future matches if he starts playing like the Rise of old. I think Nolly has looked really good. Oh, a nice touch from Vatira, but his teammate got demoed on the play. And you know what? This has been looking like the best game for Mediterranean Boys. I know they let a goal in and they're tied now, but truly this has looked their strongest game. But they have to put all the pieces together. They can't just look good. They have to actually get the win here if they want to have a chance in this series. I don't see them reverse sweeping, so this is a must-win for Mediterranean Boys. Enough. They've got to get themselves a win here. Ooh, a nice save from Louis P. Or is it Louise? I guess is how it's said. Has to get more going. Ooh, an open net for Karmine Corp. I look away for just a moment, and yeah. What a goal. Off the pass. Nolly. I mean, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Nolly is looking like a renewed player. He is looking like he hasn't looked for months on Gen G. I think he's looked a lot better so far. And I know they're just playing a pickup squad of sorts in Mediterranean Boys, but Mediterranean Boys made it through an entire open qualifier and then a closed qualifier to get to this point. So I don't think it should be underestimated that Nolly is really playing at a high level here. And if Nolly keeps playing like this, he's going to get a good squad in the offseason and maybe get signed to a major contender. He definitely could get onto another major contender. We'll see if he does. It's Central. A chance, Louise, but again, every good look Mediterranean Boys get, they can never capitalize. There we go. You know, they finally do. They finally do. I say they never can. Finally, Louise gets goal 2 for his squad, and suddenly it's back in it off the great pass from Sizen. Sizen making that play a reality. We've got a game on our hands. Karmine Corp, if they want to go on match point, they're going to have to fight. They're going to have to grit their teeth and pull it out. Sizen is not going to let them die that easily. Karmine Corp have to fight stronger than that. As they miss the kickoff. And yeah, Louis, gets a nice kickoff. And Sizen gets the kickoff goal. Brilliantly done.
Either that or he's looking for a bump on Mediterranean Boys cheating player. Just like that. Just like Louis did there.
Another chance for Sizen. Oh, but it is saved away by Rise. Here we go. Louis? Oh, I keep missaying that. This has been the best they've looked all series long. They've had a really strong period here, and it continues with Sizen. Another beat, another shot, another goal. Louis, I think that's his hat trick, and he has got his team with a 4-2 lead. Nicely done. Off the pass from Sizen. Suddenly, Mediterranean Boys are fighting back into it. It's not over. Karmine Corp, they can't, give up. They can't let off the gas because Mediterranean Boys are not giving up. They can't let off the gas. You're proud of it? Nice, Funi. It looks really good. It looks really good. Here we go, 4-2. Nolly. Oh, another goal from Louis. And if I was wrong, he definitely has a hat trick now. That's a brilliant goal, this time off a pass from Raziers. Yeah, Nolly maybe could have made a better touch there. Could have tried and saved it. Instead, Karmine Corp look like they're going to lose this game. They're going to drop this game. They'll still be up a game in the series, but it won't be as dominant a victory, perhaps. I called it that Mediterranean Boys were going to win a game. I predicted that. but it's still shocking to see it in this fashion, in a 5-2 kind of stomp on the side of Mediterranean boys.
These plays. If you don't make those plays,
Definitely a bit of a stomp.
you're just conceding because you're right in front of your goal. You're leaving point-blank range shots to the opponents.
GG go next. It kind of looks like that way for Karmine Corp. Kind of looks like a GG go next scenario.
Set something up here, but the demos not working out in their favor.
I think that's now 3 unanswered from Mediterranean boys over to Vatira.
Ooh, Vatira. Oh, couldn't quite get it.
And he skied the shot.
Yeah, that's not like the Vati Rise combination of old.
Ooh, that would have been a nice one. And it nearly leads another nice one. Mediterranean boys, what beautiful shots. But they can't quite put it in. They can't quite put it in.
They were clinical.
They're going to win a game, and I think that if they're going to win this series, they're going to have to capitalize on this game. They're going to have to, I think they're going to have to start off strong, quick, and hard against Karmine Corp in the next game. And what I mean by that is you don't want any momentum from Karmine Corp. I think you want to keep this rolling by, in the next game, scoring very early. Like, I'm talking in the first 30 seconds, you want a goal. You just want to be relentless. Don't give Karmine Corp a single opening, because they will take that opening and they will run with it. So if Mediterranean boys want to win this series, they have to capitalize on this. You know that Karmine Corp are going to fight back at some point. You have to make sure it takes them as long as possible to come back to a good position.
To sort out.
Yeah, indeed, Farah. I'm sure he'll be paying close attention to that. He's got
Yeah, make it take as long as possible.
strategies that he's
Did he
worked
bring
on.
the whiteboard with him from Vitality? Do you think he got to bring?
Ooh.
Was it his whiteboard?
A nice series, a nice game for Mediterranean boys. They take the victory there, and I think Karmine Corp, they have a little bit more on their hands than maybe they expected. A little bit more on their hands than they expected. Yeah, I mean, no wonder they didn't take a timeout. I guess they saw it. They had the read. They thought they had to read, and they were right. Mediterranean boys get the victory, and now it might be the other side. It might be Karmine Corp taking a timeout. We'll see if they do.
By him as he continues to try and fulfill his
We'll see if they do.
potential. You mentioned there the kickoffs. They have been going very well for Mediterranean boys, especially in this game. In the past, I would have cited the 1v1 expertise of Luis and Raziers, maybe outclassing that of Karmine Corp. But Vatira recently has been one of the best ones players in the world. So if there's anyone in this lobby that you'd think would have a clamp on the kickoffs, it would be him.
Yeah, certainly so. But we're going to be able to see very shortly if they're.
Whew. Sorry, guys. I'm just thinking, and I don't know why I suddenly got tired out of nowhere. But I'm thinking that... I'm thinking we need to see more from Rise. Because, I mean, we mentioned it. But I think Rise is going to be the difference maker here for Karmine Corp. He hasn't really come online this whole series, even though his team won 2 games. And yeah, another nice save from Vatira. He has been more than online. And Nolly's been online as well, more than we expected. But Rise has just not been living up to his hype, I'd say, so far. Yeah, Invincible, pretty crazy ending to that game. But yeah, Karmine Corp come roaring back, and Vatira gets an early lead here. I can't say it wasn't unexpected, but you were just hoping Mediterranean boys would put up more of a fight. But they dropped the goal, and yeah, with about 30 seconds in, Karmine Corp are right back in the driver's seat. Right back in the driver's seat. Rise, that's a nice kickoff. It goes right to him. Ooh, he doesn't get the 50, but he doesn't really need to. He's just going to pass it over to Vatira. Vatira flipped, resetting through the air. Rise now. Off the backboard. Oh, not a lot to be done. Nolly now, what's he got? Vatira passing it? Oh, nearly. There we go. That's a good opportunity. Central, but no, Vatira can't quite score. A close one, but unfortunately it doesn't amount to much.
Interesting exchanges here.
Nolly, what's he got?
Mediterranean boys who are
A lot passes it to Rise. Rise. It's under him. Again, you know, mistakes out of Rise, and yeah, that doesn't cost him, but another mistake out of Rise, and the Mediterranean boys win this game. You're going to look back to moments like that where I'm thinking Rise could stand up a bit, you know, pull a bit more weight here. That's a nice 50, and another good one, but now it's Central. Louis P gets a nice touch. But for all the good touches, all the good looks for Mediterranean boys, they're still down a goal. And with 3 minutes to go, they haven't really had a really good look at net yet. Sizen can't get a goal either. And yeah, Karmine Corp looking pretty dominant here.
Season takes out the first touch, gives himself a little bit of time, takes out a player. Rise has actually centered that one, and that's always so scary until you turn the camera back around. And
Let's hear what's he got. Not a lot. Rise passes it central.
Knew the center ball was safe. Even
Oh,
that's where
not a lot to do. Nolly now. Ooh, he hits it over one. That's good for Nolly.
in front of their own net.
They're just being so awkward.
Not a lot to do, especially not with Braziers on the corner. Can Mediterranean boys get anything done with it, though? No. Every time they get a look, Karmine Corp stands strong. It's looking like a return to Game 1. It's looking like a return to Game 1, and Karmine Corp are looking much stronger again. It is just a 1-goal difference, though, so despite it looking good, they can get any goal here. No! Another 2 good looks, but another 2 great stops from Karmine Corp. It doesn't matter how many chances Mediterranean boys get, Karmine Corp will not let them score.
I think that does
Will
favor
not let them
Mediterranean
score.
boys compared to the controlled engagements we saw in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, I agree with Johnny Boy here. It is scrappy, and I think that favors Mediterranean boys, but it doesn't matter how scrappy they make it. Karmine Corp, they have not been letting anything in so far this game.
With their bumps, demos, 50-50s.
That's a nice play from Braziers. He gets past one, but he can't get it past Vatira. Vatira gets it past to himself. Can't get it past the last defender, though. And now it's Rise's ball. Rise misses the boost, but he does get it past one. Lewis now in the corner, and Rise will leave it to him. Lewis air dribble, a minute 30. He's got a lot of time, but they do have to score, do Mediterranean boys. Here we go, a pass from Braziers, but it's intercepted by Vatira. Vatira! He hits it in. Karmine Corp up 2-0, and that is looking like Vatira wants to call game. He wants us to be on match point. He wants to take that 3-1 lead, and we'll see if Karmine Corp can finish the job.
But Vatira made sure
Wouldn't be too unexpected, that's for sure.
coverage of a high bounce or a low bounce. Reacted well when he realized which it was going to be.
A low challenge out to Rise.
Here we go, a nice pass. Nolly to
He
Rise.
is, and Luis has actually been a bit caught
Ooh,
out.
it is past Braziers.
Chooses to go the
Vatira now hits it up. Central.
His team up by
Is anyone there? Rise is.
very risk.
Nolly now. It's central for Vatira. Vatira
Has to go by
puts it past one, but no, that's a nice touch from Lewis. And it's 2 goals down, but Mediterranean boys, this is where they have to fight. This is where they can't give up. If they give up here, the series is over. Karmine Corp, they're not going to drop 3 games. I just don't see it. I think that Mediterranean boys, this is a must-win game. They have to make the comeback. 45 seconds. Everything is needed now. What can they do? Bump on Rise, but it doesn't get the ball away. Braziers can't get much done either. That's a pass, though, from Sizen. It's central. Rise now. Flip reset. Can he carry it to victory? Not quite, but again, he doesn't need to score. All he has to do is keep the ball on this half of the field for another 20 seconds, and they will win.
Something tells me that.
Yeah, Lewis, it's a nice touch, but that's going to be game here. Mediterranean boys can't break out of their half. They're going to drop this game by 2 goals, maybe 3 if Rise gets one for the road. He does. Karmine Corp,
This game is done.
they have said game over. They want this series done and dusted, and they brought themselves to a match point.
2 Brits on it.
Talking 4-goal difference, said Invincible. Now it's 3 goals the other way. Maybe 4 if they can get one in the last 6 seconds. I don't think so, though. Karmine Corp. Oh, maybe they do. Nolly. Will he? Not quite. A save from Braziers. And it's been a fun game. It's been a fun series, but Karmine Corp, they want it to be over here. They want this to be the end of the road. One more game for Karmine Corp, and they will take the victory. Let's see if they can get it done.
Karmine Corp than France, in my experience.
Karmine Corp,
So,
all they got to do is get themselves one more game, and they will make it to the Paris LAN. So, a reminder, there are high stakes. This is a Psyonix-sponsored off-season tournament called Flip Spin. It is a Paris LAN. The winning team from this series will qualify for the LAN. So, a lot of stakes on like 50,000 euros on the line for the teams at the LAN. So, pretty big deal. Let's see what happens here. There is a timeout. So, someone in the chat, Fuppe, was commenting about timeouts earlier. We finally see a timeout for Mediterranean boys, and it's not unexpected at all. I'm going to mute them while they're talking through the timeout. Not too unexpected. I think you definitely thought you would see a timeout from them eventually, and down on match point, there isn't a better time to do it than now. If you're going to, if you don't use it, you lose it. So they might as well use it here. Let me know in chat, do you think Mediterranean boys win the game after the timeout? I don't think they will, but I'm going to throw up a poll. Do Mediterranean boys take this game? Let me know your thoughts. Could go either way, but we all know the way it's expected to go. There we go, guys. The poll is in the chat. And we'll do actually one other thing is while we're waiting for this timeout to end, I'm going to check. We are at 488 subscribers unless we've grown. No, we haven't. We are 2 away from the goal. So if you are a new viewer and you are enjoying the stream, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me grow and it helps you get notified when I go live with more Rocket League and Rocket League Esports content. All right, 40 seconds left in the timeout. We're going to take this time to briefly check a couple things. First of all, has Octane got the stats for this match? Not quite. It would be nice to have seen the stats from the last match, but that's all right. Underhand, we'll go check the roster again. Reminder, this is Raziers, Louis P, and Sizen playing Vatira, Nolly, and Rise. The winner of this match will play BDS in the finals in Paris. On the other side, it will be Moist and Vitality on the other half playing for the grand final position. 50,000 euros on the line. Here we go, 7 seconds left in the timeout. It's been a fun day of Rocket League, and it could be the last game today, folks. If Karmine Corp win, it will be the final game of Rocket League. 2 votes for yes, 1 vote for no. If it is no, the series is over. If it's yes, we continue. So maybe just to get a little bit more Rocket League today, let's say we want Mediterranean boys to force themselves into another game. Into another game. Let's see what happens. We got 75% thinking they can take this one home. Let's see if they do.
Depending on the situation.
What do they got in the tank off the timeout?
Boys, that is the timeout burnt. They've now got to win 3 in a row if they are going to.
Yep, 3 in a row, and I already called it. I don't think they can win 3 in a row. But you know what? Calling a timeout is as good a scenario as they get to win 3 in a row. Because this one is probably their best chances. Let's see if they can do it. It's a nice pass, but Lewis can't get to it. Nolly now, what can you do? Not a lot.
Yeah, clean chance there for Nolly. He'll be disappointed he didn't hit the target there.
Rise off the backboard. It's open net for Rise, but no, not quite. Lewis, what a double save from Lewis. But now Nolly's going for cherry pick. He doesn't need it. Vatira gets the goal. Karmine Corp, they want a goal series. They want this to end here and now. They want it to be over. Well, 40% of chat thinking Karmine Corp is going to win this game, and with an early goal date, you may be right. You may very well be right. Let's see what Mediterranean boys can do playing from behind now with 4 minutes to go. Rise hits this one forward. It's a pass. Is it to Nolly? Not quite. It is, but not quite. A lot on that one. Oh, that's a good save from Vatira. Save, I should say. Kind of a clear. It's a pass. Nolly. Oh, Vatira had to sink that. It was a brilliant pass. I'm surprised he didn't. And, Mediterranean boys are going to be, kicking themselves. That definitely could have been down 2. Instead, they're lucky it got kept away. Karmine Corp going to be very disappointed that it didn't go in.
They might have a second one here. Rise is thinking about it. Nolly actually.
Here we go. Still a goal lead for Karmine Corp in this, what could be the final game. If Mediterranean boys win, we are not on match point, but Karmine Corp will remain on match point. And they, they're on the lead. So if they win this, the series is over. It will be over, folks. And, if you're just looking on talent alone, you would say, well, of course it's about to be over. Because I think this Karmine Corp squad is the more talented of the two. So not too unexpected. Not too unexpected. Anyone in chat that voted yes, let me know if you still believe in Mediterranean boys. Do you believe in them to come back from down a goal and win this series? Oh, they nearly get the goal there. Lewis couldn't quite get it in, but they still have so much time on the clock. Almost 3 minutes left. Let me know how you feel, if they have a good chance here or any chance at all. If you still believe it. 5 votes. Let me know your thoughts.
Now he's become such a
Sizen, there's a chance. But nothing comes of it.
whole series. We forget sometimes how
Nothing comes of it.
of a defender Vatira can be. So difficult to outplay this guy.
Here we go. Another chance for Sizen. Is it an open net? Is it? No. Sizen couldn't get it done. And yeah, Mediterranean boys Every single chance they get has been denied. All the good looks and the bad looks, all the same, saved away. Vatira now another defensive stop, and Mediterranean boys can't hold on to their offensive possessions. Here we go. Nolly, a chance there. Yeah, Karmine Corp on offense of their own, trying to put this game away with another goal. Will they do it? Nolly, that's a pass. Vatira is going to beat his opponent to the ball. It's down mid, but no one is there except the opponent. Sizen now, he beats one. Can he beat two? Not quite. Rise cuts it away, and now it's possession of the ball. Flip, reset, pass. Vatira can't make contact, but it was touched away by Lewis. It's been a close game here, but it does look like Karmine Corp are the better. Karmine Corp are going to walk away with this one. I do believe they will walk away with it. Lewis, oh, can't quite make contact. That was a close one, though. That was a close one. Mediterranean boys, though, they don't have time for close ones. They need to score now. They can't afford to keep missing these as the time keeps ticking away. They're about to have about a minute to go. Minute 15. They need to take their chances. They need to make them. You know, it doesn't matter how many chances you get. If you can't take hold of it, have the ice to get the victory, it's going to mean nothing. And Karmine Corp are going to move on to the Paris land. Ooh, Sizen, a brilliant chance. Nearly got that one in. Instead, Karmine Corp are going to remain on top. Nolly gets dunked. It's a chance for Sizen. Another save from Vatira. Vatira is a brick wall. He wants his team to win. He is willing them to this victory. And it may be a gritty 1-0 affair, but Karmine Corp, if they hold the scoreline, will win all the same. It doesn't matter how many goals you score, just that you have more than the other team here. And Karmine Corp, they are going to take the victory, looking ever more likely, especially with a second goal from Rise. Karmine Corp are on top here. Karmine Corp are on top, and you know, you can't blame Mediterranean boys too much. They had to kind of overcommit a bit to have a chance at scoring. The more it got on, the more, you know, the more risky you have to play, you know, when you're down that many goals. Oh, and somehow no one from Mediterranean jumped from that. And it really feels like they've kind of given up on this game. Yeah, Karmine Corp can just waste time away. Mediterranean boys have to score with time on the clock, and they haven't even scored once this game. 7 seconds, it's pretty much it, unless it's a nice 50, it is, but no one can follow up. 3 seconds, 2, 1, that's the game, even if it's a goal, and there is no goal. No goal to go for Mediterranean boys. Karmine Corp take the victory. That is the series. Congratulations to Karmine Corp. They are headed to Paris. They're headed to Paris, which is really cool for Vatira. I know as a French player, I'm sure playing in a Paris land is going to be absolutely fantastic and tons of fun. Congratulations, Louis P. Sizen and Raziers for making it through the qualifiers and playing this event. I think they played well, and, you know, it should be, you know, it's really good effort from them. And I know they're going to be disappointed in the loss, but at the end of the day, they came out here, and I think they put up a good fight. And they may have lost 4-1, but it wasn't a sweep like people were saying. I think they showed why they deserve some respect, and they played a nice series. They played a nice series. 60% of you were incorrect, but that's all right. It was a fun tournament, a fun day. So, folks, that's going to end it here. We're going to end the stream pretty shortly. I'll keep it going for a little bit longer, but as a reminder, Flippin' Spain, a Paris LAN is happening next weekend on Saturday on November 4th. Probably around the same time. Let's check if they have the time ready. They don't yet have the time up, but it's going to be on November 4th. It's going to be 3 series, a LAN, Moist versus Vitality, followed by BDS versus Karmine Corp, and then the winners will play in the grand finals. It's going to be an absolute blast. I definitely recommend watching it. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to stream that Saturday, so I won't be watching it with you, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and you definitely should watch it. It's going to be a blast, and with that, I think we're going to quickly recap the day and then cut to the end. So, reminder, the matches we didn't get to see was Moist taking down Oxygen 4 to do that happened yesterday. Some close games, but ultimately Moist just was the better team. On the other hand, Vitality versus Top Cougars, a team that, or a series that everyone expected Vitality to win handily, and they managed to drop a game, but still, you know, mostly respectable showing from Vitality. Again, we didn't get to see that. That also was played yesterday. Today, though, we got to see the absolute banger of a series, BDS versus Magnifico. That was an excellent series, went all the way to Game 7. And then today, this final series we just saw, Karmine Corp managed to take down Mediterranean Boys 4-1. Looking really good. I think Rise has still a bit more to show. But, you know, Vatira is looking really good. On the side of BDS, I think Monkey Moon is looking really good. Drawley, he kind of showed up. I wasn't sure how Drawley would play, but he showed he deserves to be on a team like that, and they played quite well. And yeah, with that, folks, I think we're pretty much going to call it. I'm going to cut to the full screen cam. If you want to chat, we usually do this like breakdown where if you're new to the stream, that is, for the final like 5-10 minutes, I'm just going to talk to chat. We're going to chill out a bit here in the end. Let me know what you thought of the series today. It was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, mini announcement. So look out in the Discord and on my YouTube channel. I will do a channel post announcing a tournament. So later today, I'm going to do a post. I will announce a upcoming tournament. It is going to be a few weekends from now. Let me check the exact dates. I always forget. It is the 11th, 12th, and 18th, 19th. It's going to be a 2-weekend tournament featuring 16 players. 8 will be invited. 8 will qualify. It's going to be an absolute blast of a tournament. It's going to be 1v1s. I highly recommend you watch it or playing it. And if you want to play, signups will be in my Discord. It's going to be for a lot of credits. We don't know for sure how many credits it will be, but it's going to be more than the last tournament. So pretty much something like 20,000 plus credits will be on the line. A lot of credits for the winning players. It's going to be a 1v1 tournament. It's going to be a blast. I highly recommend. If you're not in it already, check out the description. My Discord link is in there, and that's where I'll be posting all the details and where you can sign up. And if you're not in there yet, you want to know more, don't worry. I'll also be posting about this on my YouTube channel in the posts section. With that said, I think that's going to do it, folks. So thank you all for watching. Oh, yeah, you got 10,000. Well, Foodie, you don't have to acquire so many credits. Yeah, I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. And Sean says 8 invited players are already decided. I do believe we have already contacted the 8 invited players. Yes, I do believe so. But it's going to be blast. And there will be an open qualifier, so don't worry. You don't have to have been invited to play. Anyone can sign up. It's going to be an absolute blast. With that said, it's been super fun watching Flip and Spin today. I hope you enjoyed as well. Thank you for Flip and Spin. Oh, no, yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the football game. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm a Duke football fan, as Sean knows. I haven't been I really enjoyed watching Flip and Spin, so I want to thank, the organizers of that tournament, and I also thank them for letting us watch party it. I appreciate it. And with that said, check out their main stream for the, the final day. I'm not going to be able to watch it myself, so you can check it on their main channel. Johnny Boy, I think, is doing the English stream. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next stream. I always stream Thursdays and Saturdays, so if you just want to check out my chill streams, usually I do show matches, I play the game, all kinds of Rocket League stuff. Check it out every Thursday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and on Saturdays in the morning, sometime around when I started the day or earlier in the day. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a good one. Good night, guys, or good afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is. Have a good one.